Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Hellriders here on Roll for Chaos. Um, it's been a couple of weeks. We're still, unfortunately, without Brian, but we still will return someday. I'm assuming. Without further ado, we're going to go around to the table. We're going to say our hellos with the characters and their players. And if you would, tell me what your current mindset is for today's adventure. We know that there's a big game about to happen. There's a lot of fighting. There's a lot of violence. It should be interesting. This will be the first real combat of this campaign, and it's notoriously difficult in the early parts of Descent to Avernus without any changes or modifications or tweaking on the part of the GM. And I'm curious to see how that goes. So we'll start at random as usual. And that's going to be four. One, two, three, four. That'd be you, Shannon. You're up first. Sorry.
Hi everybody. Welcome to the stream this time. I'm Shannon. I am playing Ness. I'm excited. It should be fun. I get to poke some stuff with my knives and show everybody how awesome I am, which is probably the kiss of death, and I'm probably going to die now that I've said that. But yay.
You're super awesome, which is why you're going to die accidentally. Whoops. We'll see. We'll see how things go. Valen, you're up next. Clint, give us your go.
Hello. Oh, wow. My voice is not working out this morning. My character's name is Valen. I am a paladin, and I do the things with the swords and shield and stuff. And my character just heard this elf ghost thing sing to me. I was mesmerized by it. So much so that it gave me inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Sang to you the song of your people.
Sang to you the song of your people.
Yes, it was very inspiring.
It's better. The song of your people for Willamy is Catastrophe Jones's weird alt bardic music apparently. So,
It's awesome.
Volmaris Inferno, Marquise, your turn.
Hi, everybody. I'm Marquise, sometimes known as Party Time Online, your internet ex-boyfriend. I am confident that we will not die. But Fulmaris' whole job is to get that information out of Tarina. Tarina's life does not matter. But until she gives her that information, she can't die.
I saw that look on your face, lol. I know how much that Briff finds Tarina to be an attractive woman and doesn't want to see her die. So let's just see what happens with that. It's your turn.
Hi guys, my name's Lowell. I play Bennings, a naive farm boy who is actively being super tricked and just read by one of the members of the party who has just joined us. She's rolled so well and he's rolled like shit, so that's fun. My goal for this session is not to die or do anything that would be unbecoming of Bennings, even if it sounds like fun to do. So trying to keep a calm hand on the wheel, I'll say.
Calm hands on the wheel. The only calm hands. I guess maybe Valen's got calm hands too. Everybody else is a little.
She's not that bad.
I mean, everybody else is a little unhinged.
No calm.
It's fine.
No calm.
How many hands does Benning have? All hands on the wheel?
How many
hands? I mean, you said all hands on the wheel.
We're all in the same boat. Okay, look.
So everybody's hands, not just Benning.
Oh, okay. It's all clear now. I get it.
40 or 50
Willamy
hands.
is also much like Bennings, completely fooled by the magnificent Ness. She thinks that Ness and Thol are besties from long back. She's also riding the high of the best performance of her entire freaking life.
It's true.
So I think she is just going into this fight thinking that she's going to compose just the most epic song ever.
It'll be interesting to see what she comes up with. So, last time here on Hellriders, we happened to make it to the Elf Song Tavern. We searched around, procured the money for drinks, happened to enjoy some loud noisy music. We heard an elf sing to everyone. We met up with Tarina, and she was in not the greatest mood. Tarina had assumed that the Flaming Fist was coming themselves, that they were going to be offering her protection because there was a situation at hand. Her old ex-crew was arriving shortly, and she knew it. And they arrived. They got here. They did. They marched right inside. They started looking around. They went upstairs to find her. And that is where we've kind of left off here. So, we are going to jump straight into initiative. We're going to jump straight into the events that are unfolding as we see Deadeye Cadaverous and his crew of pirates like march in and start kind of walking a bit around, starting to encircle everybody in the upstairs floor. There's really only one way up or down that doesn't involve jumping out a window. So that stairwell is well and thoroughly blocked at this point in time. Downstairs, Ness and Willamy had intended on going up and meeting up with their allies, but there's two thugs standing at the base of the stairs, not allowing anyone by. So Deadeye steps forward. Tarina at the table kind of sits there, and you can immediately notice her become incredibly tense. Thul, Bennings, and Valen, as you're sitting at the table. As she becomes tense and you hear the sound of booted footsteps behind you, you turn to notice this large cadre of rough ne'er-do-wells, obviously worse for wear, mercenaries of some kind, but bearing what they're wearing, what they're using, some of the equipment that they have on them, you can tell that they are men of the sea. Their leader, bearing only a single eye, one murky and one bright, happens to have a cutlass and daggers on his hip, which he's already putting his hands on. And Tarina goes, "Oh, Cadaverous, it's so nice to see you." And he just turns to her and goes, "Shut it, Tarina. You know what we're after. You stole from us, and we'll be having that back now in pounds of flesh." And Tarina goes, "Well, geez, we can work something out. I'm sure we could split a little bit of here." "Shut it!" She yells at her once more from the table. He turns and looks at the individuals in front of him, seeing you strangers. "Your friends here?" "Oh, they're no friends of mine." "Well, then I recommend each and every one of you best clear out unless you'd like to be part of the bloodshed." Tarina looks at you all "Are you going to do something?" And then she looks back to him again and says, Look now, Cadaverous. We can work something out, like I said." And he goes, "I don't need to work something out with someone who steals from me and mine. You see, we got a bone speaker now. I can talk to you living or dead, and I prefer dead." And he draws his weapons right then and there. How do you react?
Question. Behind them, is that a wall that leads to a staircase or a banister?
It's a banister. So it leads to a winding curved staircase, but there is a section of it that just you could go over. There is area for you to look down the stairs.
Question.
Yes.
I thought I was rolling for initiative, so I pulled up my character sheet and got rid of my map, and I don't know how to get back to the map to know where I am.
Oh, no.
Oh, there it is.
I've given it back to you. There you go.
Thank you.
My other question then, are we looking at a bunch of humans?
You are, yes. There's one half-orc, obviously, but all the other rest of them are humans.
I will turn to Valen and say in Elvish,
Fuck you.
I want to see if any of them hear what I recognize what I'm about to say. As I reach around Bennings and just say in Elvish, "My love, I don't know if we want to," and he stresses a lot, "get involved in this particular space. Perhaps it would be better if things were to be taken down the stairs."
Valen would say back to you in Elvish.
But do any of them seem to recognize what I'm saying?
They obviously are looking over at the two of you speaking in a language they don't comprehend. Nobody seems to have that little bit of glimmer in their eye that they know what you're saying. But they are waiting very patiently for pirates, but you know that they have a very limited amount of time. They will retain
Yeah.
patience.
I concur. It would be quite helpful if we went upstairs. Do you have any options?
Well, I think that the really best option is to remove 2 or more pirates from up here and make them go downstairs.
Benning says
Basically telling you and the 2 stronger people than Thumaris to shove some of them over the banister.
Okay.
Wait, are we in English yet? Or
No.
Nope.
Nope, they're still speaking in
Never mind.
gobbledygook to you. It's a very pretty language, but you have no idea what they're saying.
There's a lot.
It's just
Well, we'll just kind of look at Bennings and just say, oh, actually, I'll let Valen speak to Bennings because Valen is who Bennings listens to.
My
That's true.
patience is waning, Cadaverous says.
Okay, question. Are there more pirates? Because you said there was 2 people stationed downstairs. Are those
You
also
don't-
pirates?
You don't see them, so you don't know how many more there
Okay.
are. But give me an insight roll.
Sorry, learning. We're trying to remember. Hold on.
7. I'm gonna say with a 7, you assume that a ship probably takes more pirates than this to run.
Fair.
Fuck.
Uh,
Am I pushing, buddy?
So Valen's going to turn to Bennings and say, how about we even the odds with a quick push?
You say that out loud in
I don't
comment?
know.
I mean, you could just like whisper it, say it, in his ear. It's just
Give me a
amazing.
stealth roll, Valen, please.
Oh, fucking hell.
Let's
You don't
see
have
how-
disadvantage on this, right?
You're only
Because-
standing. You're less than 10 feet from these guys. You're gonna try to turn and
This is
whisper into Benning's
amazing.
ear. By the way, let's throw them over the edge.
what he said a quick push, push, battle push. It's fine.
There it goes. That would be
Whoa.
a crit failure. I'm actually gonna drop the disadvantage since you're not sneaking. You're
Thank you.
saying something quietly.
Thank you.
So it was a 17 at +4. So you actually did get that into his ear quietly. Nobody else seems to have noticed. So Bennings, you get he just whispers in your ear, and his words just basically indicate we're gonna try to knock some of these out of the fight as quickly as we can.
I want to glance at Thelmaris and be like, oh, okay, here we go.
So right now,
yeah.
I'm going to say each one of you have one very minor action you can take. The pirates are now
Okay.
getting ready to murder Tarina. Mostly Cadaverous. The other pirates are kind of standing off to the side. They have their weapons drawn now. All of them do. But Cadaverous is pointing his saber at Tarina, and
Basically,
like right between Bennings and Thelmaris, the blade like comes up to like just a foot away from the two of you, and he's like, "You and me, now." And the others, he just turns to him and goes, "If any of them get in the way, kill them."
okay.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Wait. Sorry, go ahead.
Listen, if the 2 of you could just shove 2 of them off the banister, it'd be great. And then we could deal with the rest.
Is that a minor action, Tyson, or is that a major action? Because that sounds pretty major to me.
That would require an actual action on your turn. So that can be what you're intending to do, but you have to wait until your initiative to begin that action. So if that's what you're trying to do, then we'll move
What
you
if
towards
my
that.
minor action is to stretch as a form of intimidation?
To
Just kinda like,
stretch
oh,
as a
we
form of
go.
intimidation.
come
Yeah.
on, man. Look, Bennings is fucking huge. A guy like that starts prepping for a fight.
All right.
That's spooky.
Give
Come
me an
on.
intimidation roll with disadvantage. So in the bottom left corner, click the DIS button and then roll your
Oh,
intimidation roll. Because you're
Okay,
currently
okay.
outnumbered, seated, and not wielding a weapon. Your intimidation skill.
Hammer.
What?
I have a hammer.
You have a hammer. You're not currently wielding it in front of you where you can grab it. It's attached to your back.
Part of the
Okay,
stretch.
Stealthily? Stealthily, I'd like to reach for my bag of ball bearings.
Okay, then you give me a stealth roll.
Okay, I don't see where disadvantage is, Tyson. Is it on the main or the skills page?
It's actually on the desktop of
By the
Fantasy
dice.
Grounds Unity,
To
down
the-
where the dice are. Yeah,
Woo!
nice. I don't even need to roll on that. None of them can meet you. So you grab your ball bearings without anybody noticing. So do you see it now, Lowell?
I sure don't.
So do you see where the dice are lined up at the bottom of your page?
Oh, you know what? I had the map of the Elf Selling Tavern drugged down, and it was
Oh,
right over it.
It's
see it now.
covering it. Yeah. So
I
click
was
the little
hitting it.
box that says dis, and then when you go and you make
Uh-huh.
your roll from your character sheet, it'll be at disadvantage.
Okay. Intimidation. Here we go.
Come on, got this.
That is a 10. So I'm going to
That's
roll
not
some
very
saves
good.
here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people need to save. 6. There's a chance one of them could roll really poorly.
That douchebag did.
No.
Apparently not.
All of them have saved.
Goes for like a big stretch, grabs the hammer, and farts. Is that kind of
Listen, Kay, that elf lady, she was so soothing. She just.
She let everything through. All right. And Valen, what is going to be your action that you take before this combat begins?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm just gonna have to get my shield and my sword prepared.
So your shield's on the ground next to you. You just have it kind of sitting up against the chair. You just grab that and lift it, and then you go to draw your sword. Immediately seeing the aggression, there we are. Downstairs, we'll do that before we start fighting so we can see what's happening. Catastrophe Jones is putting on a light song at the moment. Ness, you and
Light.
Wilhelmie have headed towards the stairwell. There are two pirates there. One of them's a real big, your traditional, almost Disney-esque pirate with the oversized chest and the V-shape torso and all that kind of stuff, standing there at the doorway with large anchors on his forearms. And he just looks at the two of you, start walking this direction, and he goes, "No admittance."
please?
Unfortunately, the boss has got some important work to do upstairs. You don't want to be part of it, miss, unless you like blood on you or coming out of you.
Ugh.
Don't kink shame.
I'm writing a song, and that sounds exactly like the kind of thing that
Oh,
would be cut in a
nobody's to
song.
pass. Back up now. And you see him put his hand on his saber and rattle it a little.
Did I catch Milky Eye Dude's name?
Cadaverous. Yeah, Deadeye Cadaverous.
Oh, but Cadaverous actually asked me to come up himself. He wanted me to. I think anyway. He wanted me to see all the pretty blood splatter that he can make. I don't know if it's like a show off thing or whatever, but and us girls we travel in packs and pairs
It's true.
for safety. So if you could just go ahead and let me up there before you get the blood coming out of you because Cadaverous is pissed off, that would be super great.
So-
Thank you, Kiki.
Oh, but I bet the blood would look really good with his anchors.
Give me a high or low first.
Hi.
Hi. This individual did not see you getting along well with Cadaverous, unfortunately. So now you will give me a persuasion roll
Okay.
with disadvantage.
Well, rude. All right, persuasion.
18.
Yes.
All right. Now I have to roll his insight. One moment. He has no bonus to that, so it's just a straight roll. He's got to beat an 18. He gets 12, and his companion gets a 7. So both of them are like, "Oh, well, I mean, if the boss says it's all right, I suppose the two of you can squeak by, but I would stay relatively out of arm's reach. And by arm's reach, I mean weapon reach from around, because there's going to be a lot of spinning and a lot of blood and gore."
Like,
You're so
like
sweet.
your arms, because your arms are a lot longer than my
Yeah,
arms.
it'd be a good idea to keep anybody whose arms, such as myself, look at everyone there, and just if they were to reach out entirely and then have a weapon in hand, you don't want to be smacked by part of that. I hate to see a pretty face such as yours or yours scarred or marred in some way that's unattractive. If you understand what I mean.
Oh, you're just such a sweetie. Thank you.
The two
Starts
pirates
going
step
by.
aside and let you go up the stairwell. But then they block the staircase again. So, those two will stay out of the fight unless they hear it going incredibly poorly, in which case they will then start coming back up the stairs. Which one of you heads up the stairs first? Willamy or Ness?
Willamy can go first.
Okay, so
Sure.
Ness and Willamy are currently in the stairwell. If people get pushed over the banister, they're in the splash zone. All right.
We don't know that.
Thulmaris.
Plant's still there.
Thulmaris, you are first in initiative.
Lovely.
So, if you would please, what do you do?
I would have preferred to put this on the staircase, but I don't think I can. All right. I'm going to can I draw?
If you want, I don't know if this would work, but you could throw me your sack of balls and I could put them behind me on the stairs.
See, that's actually the thing I wanted to do is put them on the stairs so that they can't come back up very easily when they go over.
Mm-hmm. So, you're
Yeah.
gonna, are you
So
gonna toss your bag of ball bearings then?
yeah, I plan on tossing them. But I'm going dead first. That's the problem.
Yeah. Would you like to hold your action?
I'm gonna hold my action to toss the ball bearings, and I'm just gonna move backwards. Is this table flippable?
Yes. It is an oaken table. It is a pretty decent size, but as there's enough bar brawls and damage here, it's probably wholesale and something that is easily replaceable and not super well crafted. So it's lightweight enough for you to flip it.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. But I will just stand on the table and hold my action to toss when people get tossed over.
Okay.
Um,
So as soon as someone is moved towards the stairwell or potentially goes over, that's when you're going to throw the bag. You're standing on the table and you've got the ball bearings palmed at the moment. And I would say that I have to roll to see if any of these pirates take that as an aggressive action because they are under orders to only attack if you get in the way. One of them sees what you're doing and then notices that you have something in your hand. He doesn't shout that out to the others, but he does step forward. So this pirate here is actually going to engage you when he gets his turn.
Love that.
And that's his turn. So let's see. From his position, he's got his scimitar. He's far enough away, and he wants to stay out of the way for the combat that's supposed to be a duel between Cadaverous and Tarina. So he grabs hold of his crossbow at his hip and just raises it and points it at you, and then just fires.
Oh boy.
So here goes targets. He's going to target you, and he's going to fire the light crossbow. That is a 19. That will be a hit.
That'll hit.
And he shoots you for 5 points of damage.
Ouch.
Phil gets hit, and there's a grazing shot as the crossbow bolt goes like right under your armpit and then right across your ribs. It tears some of your armor. There's a bit of a slash and a splash of blood.
Ouch.
That was his turn.
Slash and splash.
Downstairs, pirates. They're listening to the music that's happening. Willamy, on the stairwell. It is your turn. What do you do?
I'm going to continue up the stairs, but I'm going to go as quietly as possible.
Okay, give me a stealth roll. That is a 14. None of these individuals have a high enough passive perception and they're currently focused on what's happening in front of them. So they do not hear you approach. They believe they're safe because they have their own members guarding the stairwell right now.
Am I able to make eye contact with any of the party up here?
Thulmaris is standing up tall enough right now. You can see them directly over top of the pirate's shoulders. You see Willamie walk up to the top of the stairs, Thul.
Oh. I guess I'll just like, I don't want to give her position away because clearly she's hiding.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess I'll just like make a motion towards the stairs and like eyes at the goons.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You gonna do anything else with your action, Willamie?
I'm going to. Can I clear the stairs without making myself known? Like get to the top and make sure that if anybody gets pushed over, I'm not in the way?
Yeah. So if you move to that corner between the two doors that are there, you're kind of just crouching down and staying hidden at the moment.
Perfect. And then I'll.
As you move
go
around
ahead.
behind the pirates, Bennings, you notice like somebody creeping back behind them and see that it's Willamie. She seems to have come from downstairs.
And I'll make some hand signals in Nessa's direction and hope very much that she understands that Full has seen me and we're keeping quiet for now.
Okay. And are you going to save your action or do something with it?
I'm going to go total defense and just be ready in case somebody sees me.
So it will
Dodge
just
action?
say you took the dodge action, yeah. Ness, you're up.
I'm going. So nobody is looking at us presently. Is that
Correct?
Yeah.
You're not currently noticed. Nobody's looking at you right now. And you see
Okay.
Willamie sneaks up the top of the stairs.
I will also go stealth.
Okay. Give me a stealth.
Just roll
please.
stealth? Okay.
Excellent.
Nice.
Again, high enough that none of them are going. They're not actively searching for you at the moment and think they're secure, so nobody notices you. You get up to the top of the stairs. You can also turn and see Thul standing on the table over their shoulders. You see that there is about to be a pretty hefty combat. Obviously, Thul just got shot with a crossbow bolt.
Yep, kind of bleeding.
Well, that's what happens when you jump on the top of a table.
What action would you like to take, Ness?
Can I try to... Okay, so we're back here. I don't suppose I could get a sneak attack in on Cadaverous, could I?
You absolutely can. He doesn't currently see you, so you could move directly behind him. Would you like to use a ranged attack, or do you want to sneak in and use your close attacks?
I'm going to get up close and personal, I think.
Okay. You sneak up right behind him, and you got your daggers and your rapier.
I'm trying to find my sheet with the... Oh, it's on actions. Okay, yes. I'm gonna dagger him.
Dagger, or I mean, your rapier would do more damage. And is supported by sneak attacks at the moment.
I can't remember if I have dual... I don't have dual thingies yet. Okay, then we'll just do the rapier.
You can dual wield if you want to use two daggers. You can use two simple weapons, one in your offhand, one in your main hand, if that's what you want to do.
That's what I was thinking. Can I also do that weakening attack on him?
Weakening strike. That is with your rapier. The daggers only have lacerate. So if you want to use weakening
What does
strike,
lacerate do? I can't find the thingies.
lacerate, it causes them to bleed. Yes.
Okay.
It does
that
less
just be on...
damage than a normal attack, but it causes them to bleed.
I still do the offhand attack though, so I could do one lacerate and one regular attack with the daggers.
Yeah. So you could attack with your main hand dagger with your sneak attack, and then your offhand strike would be your lacerate. For the audience that's watching, we're using some modified Baldur's Gate weapon rules because they make weapons more interesting. Okay.
Okay. Walk me through the rolls here.
So these are both going to be advantage because you are currently attacking from stealth in the same action.
Okay.
So click the advantage and then roll on your dagger's attack roll, which is the d20 there. And we'll see if you overcome his armor. There's an 18. That is a hit. Please roll for damage and add your sneak attack damage to it. Your sneak attack
think I
damage
should've-
should be under that.
1d6.
An
Yeah.
additional 1d6. I'll
Yep.
just do that. Keep it down.
So you have done
Four.
4 points of damage to him. Okay. Where are you, Cadaverous? You're on the list here somewhere, right? Yeah. He is struck in the back, but his armor causes your dagger kind of gets caught and twists, and there's a scraping noise, and he notices you behind him. Go ahead and give us an attack with your lacerate now. So that'd be the same. It's advantage with your other dagger. And you just used your dagger's attack roll. Offhand, there we are. You had it with advantage, so you can roll one more time.
I'm trying to do the skill thing, but it's not doing what I want it to.
All right.
13.
The second one doesn't quite get through his AC, so you swing in, and he is not able to take. He doesn't take the damage from that, so you don't get a good cut. You get one sneak attack, but it doesn't do a ton of damage, unfortunately. And that's your action.
Okay. And the lacerate didn't lacerate?
No, because you have to actually hit before you can lacerate.
Okay, and that was my offhand that I was lacerating with?
Yes.
Okay. Why did it... No, never mind. Couldn't I have done lacerate with my main hand?
No, because you were doing an actual attack rather than just trying to slice him. Lacerate is its own special action that you're trying to do. Next up, someone in the corner.
Minty and the... of it all.
Sorry. So, Pirate in the corner, he still didn't see Thilmaris' action as aggressive at the moment, so he's going to just pass his turn. Ones downstairs are still fine. That one's still fine. I'm going to make him roll to see if he is aware of Ness. He does see the attack. He sees Cadaverous. Backstabbers. This guy turns and then immediately
That was
goes
his side.
to...
So dramatic.
It's a side attack, not a backstab. Got it.
Hmm.
That guy turns and swings his scimitar at you. He misses. As he swings in, you just deftly dodge aside a little bit. Whoa.
Miss me!
This one down here. Does he notice the situation with yet? Not yet, no. But he does notice Valen drawing his weapon and shield. Valen, this pirate rushes forward and targets you, proceeding to swing a weapon at you. So, scimitar attack. Your shield comes up and you just block the hit pretty easily. Tarina, her turn. She grabs her crossbow, steps back a step, and then fires at Deadeye. You always were quite the toad. Just to move just a little bit. There we go. Firing around Thul. She misses pretty badly, actually. Tarina, do you have any other features here? Weapon attack, just the one. Nope. Okay. So she fires. She misses. It's unfortunate. And it is now Deadeye's turn. He
Oh, jeez.
is not happy with Ness's attack. Obviously, he got injured, but not that much. He doesn't care. He's here to kill Tarina. He's so consumed with rage about that. He jumps to the side. He gives Ness an attack of opportunity. If you would like to take it, it will use your reaction, but you can try swinging at him.
I will do so. How
Okay.
do I do that?
So just roll your dagger attack.
Oh. There's all of these, like, skill buttons to push for all of that stuff.
That's just
We're not
what,
doing
and that
that?
just tells us what they're doing. That is a miss.
Bloody hell.
Unfortunately. You swing and you just don't quite get him as he's moving aside. He rushes across the room and he strikes at Tarina.
Gonna just, when I miss, I want to make sure that Inferno's not looking at me.
you
Oh,
were
oh.
behind. You were behind the.
I watched standing on top of a table. I saw you miss.
Tarina takes a critical hit.
Ooh. Hey, at least it was her, not us.
Scimitar falls down, and she takes 6 points of damage from that. That was actually a really low roll. I got a 1 and a 2.
Woo! Keep rolling like that.
And then he
I
stabs
was
in
gonna
with
say.
his dagger at her side, and hits her again. And she hits the floor as he slashes across her chest, stabs her in the neck, and then he steps over top of her and flips over the cutlass, preparing to stab down into her.
Oh,
Where
jeez.
she's at up on the ground, she takes another hit, and you just see her he just starts slashing away at her on the ground.
Does
She's-
anybody
she's-
have Sentinel or any reactive things that is within
No.
So Clint
Oh, no.
does. Valen has
Valen.
protection, or the protection style, but he has to be within 5 feet of his ally to jump in the way, and that unfortunately isn't where he's at the moment. Briff, you're up. So Tarina, you turn, you watch this guy just rush over and stab, and she's on the floor. She's bleeding out. You know that she's maybe already dead. You're not sure.
I'm pretty bummed about that. I think it's time to bring the hammer down. So I'm gonna go hit that guy with my hammer
So you rush over
on
and
the
you
head. On the
just
head.
swing the hammer in. Okay. Give me
No,
an
wait,
attack roll.
hold on. He's not that far, right?
Mm-mm.
I got rid of my map on accident again, so I don't know where he is.
He is not that far, no. There's your map back.
Well then, oh, he's like one hard step, right?
Yeah.
Basically.
Yep.
I ain't rushing shit. I am methodical. I am well-oiled machine when I bring this thing down. One step, whack-a-mole, that thing comes right down on his head. That's what we're aiming for.
Give me your attack roll with your warhammer.
Boy. Was this under skills?
It's under actions.
Actions. Okay. Man, it's been a while. All right, Warhammer. And here we go. Ah, fuck.
That is a 14. That is gonna be a miss.
God damn it.
Now you do have inspiration if you'd like to use it at this
Dang.
point. You still have 2 remaining if your crew thinks it's a good idea.
Crew, how are we feeling about this fight?
I think we need to take him out.
Or we need, we need to remove people from the top of from up here, because there's
Dude,
too
I'm
many of
trying,
them.
okay? Man, look, I'm trying. You just
But
tell me
again,
how-
push them.
All right, so do we want to use one roll again?
Yeah, you go ahead, do it.
All right.
I mean, you
so
said you were a
let me-
well-oiled machine, and then you just whiffed it. So that's
Yep.
sad.
You
Dude, I
briefed
do
it.
this every
briefed
time
it.
I fight.
So we've removed 1 inspiration. Please go ahead and roll your attack again.
Oh, baby.
That is a
Hey,
hit.
that's-
Go ahead and roll for damage, please.
Much better.
Okay. Yeah, how?
So, do you see right to the right of where you rolled to attack? There's a section that says 1d10
Oh,
plus 3 bludgeoning. Just click in there.
Yeah. So,
And there's
Hey.
9 points of damage. You hit him upside the head. This
Oh.
point, he recognizes your hit. He actually felt it a little. So,
just hit this man in the head. And he's just
he
like,
just ah, I see. You want to die too. He turns his attention from Tarina. You still have a bonus action remaining. You could use an action search if you want to have another attack.
if I do that, do I not get to use that power again for a little while, or is that
Till-
just passive?
Till you have a short rest. You can't use it again.
Oh man. Okay. Valen, Thelmaris, how are we feeling up here right now? Are we feeling like we want to
Dire.
hit hard?
Things are dying. That's what I'm feeling.
Oh yeah. As you're kind of bleeding out in the corner, right? Sorry, I forgot.
You only
Okay.
take a couple of hits from these guys to go down for most of your crew. I think Valen and Briff can take maybe 3 hits,
Oops.
maybe 4.
I just,
Did you get rid of your map
I don't
again?
No, but also maybe. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out how to
Maybe.
use. I'll action search. I'll actually
Okay.
search. Does this mean I attack again?
So you have used your action surge. You've added a bunch of extra
Um,
abilities on here. Yes, you can make your
I
attack again.
you could also push him away from Tarina.
He's currently
can I
lost
dodge
the
part?
attention of continuing to murder Tarina because she's basically dying on the ground already. So
Mm.
he's
Yeah,
turned his
just keep
attention on
smacking
Briff.
him.
Because Briff is
And this
currently an
is
aggressor, he's taken his attention.
this guy's a big beefy boy. I don't know if we're gonna be able to push him. I hit him upside the head and he barely like flinched. So, all right, we're attacking again. Here we
Okay.
go.
Give us attack roll one more time.
And that's not saying too much. You hit him in the head and he didn't notice. He's not like a brainy guy.
Boom!
Hey!
Hit again. Roll for
Nice.
damage. This time your Maul comes in. He brings up his weapon to try to protect himself and tries to get out of the way, but you slam him right in the chest. So go ahead and roll damage one more time.
Oh,
That's 5 damage.
Wait, which
Ah.
fighting style do you have? Great Weapon Master?
Great weapon. Yeah,
Yes, then you get to reroll ones and twos.
you do. So you can roll that again. Because your
Nice,
ones and
smart.
twos, you don't get to have a 1 or a 2 on your great weapons when you're rolling for damage.
well,
At least the first
this is
time. You do have to
good.
take the second one.
This is good
Just
to
the
know.
one.
This is good to know. Okay. Ah.
2. exactly
Tried.
the same.
It was meant to be.
So
Perfect course, right, guys?
you hit him in the chest. And he goes, "I'm gonna like gutting you, boy."
Oh boy.
Ah.
And that's all you've got at the moment, I think, that you can do. You have a bonus action remaining, but you don't have anything you can use it for. No. Yeah, you don't have anything you can use it for. At the moment.
I have a bonus action. I can't step back.
You can step
'Cause I'd
back,
like
but
to
if
put
you
some
if you move
distance, maybe
away
drive
from
away.
him, he will get an opportunity attack.
He's
on you.
focused. Oh shit.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Just stay right there. Just
We're gonna.
or you could move around him, like from to the north and then to the west of him, without leaving his range.
You
You
get
could
him
do that.
facing a different direction. That's true. That'll
Yes.
make it harder for him to identify what's happening around or behind him.
Yeah. That.
And it'll be harder to
sure.
hit you because you won't be between his people and him.
Okay, we'll do whatever that was then. I like it.
All right, so you're just
Mhm.
going to circle around him while you're facing him with your hammer. You're just lining up for another swing, and you just kind of sidestep until you're facing the opposite direction, getting closer to Tarina.
Okay,
All right, that is your
gotta protect the
action.
girl.
The one in the corner
Cool.
earlier had fired. That's not his turn right now. I don't know why he has 2 of them. Oh, never mind. So it is now Valen's turn. Valen, you are up.
How much health did I have left? Do we know?
How much health do you have left?
How much health does Deadeye have left?
You have no idea. No way to know that.
Okay.
You can give me an insight or a perception roll. That'd be fine, and you can just see how hale and healthy he looks.
Wait, they don't have like a little red bar over their heads?
They don't have a
lame.
red bar over their heads. You can't really tell. It looks like this guy's been beaten up so many times in the past. You can't tell what's a new bruise and what's an old one.
I am going to cast. Where the hell is my action bar? Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame.
Yeah. What do you mean? Why are you giving me a question mark?
Oh, I forgot you had cleric cantrips.
Sure do.
Okay, Sacred Flame. How do we use this from this sheet? We go like that, use power. You have to open it up that way. Okay, so do you see the little hourglass thing on the right-hand side next to the square box?
Yeah.
Where it says Sacred Flame, then it says spells, then there's a little hourglass, and then there's a square box. So
Yes.
click the hourglass. That's how you open your spells so that you can use them. This one, it requires a dex save, a DC 12. So Cadaverous is going to make a dex save. And if he saves, he doesn't take damage. If he doesn't save, he gets hurt.
Okay.
So here we go. He needs to roll less than a 12. You got him. Go ahead and roll damage for Sacred Flame. What does this
It's a
look
D8,
like
right?
as you call Sacred Flame from from wherever it is you call it from.
I like say some like elven word and like and hands start glowing, sacred flames bustling between my hands,
Mm-hmm.
and then I do this thing.
You blast him
Oh,
with fire. Okay.
that
So do you see where it says 1d8 radiant?
yes. Okay, do I
Double
click
click in
that?
that. There we are. There's 5 points of damage. You hit him with that. And he just a little burn. You see some of his outfit like singes from the holy light that streaks across the room. That's surprising to everyone. I don't think anybody here anticipated that this soldier would be calling forth divine light. But you know, Briff, was this your first time seeing magic?
I am gonna say no, but this is my first display of like really powerful magic. I would think where Briff comes from, there's probably some village healer or some town healer
Mm-hmm.
that does minor forms, mostly, says little blessings, makes you feel better, gives you more energies, whatever, blah blah blah, talks to the wind, it can predict the weather, but nothing like violent and all that. Wheel of Time base. Yeah.
Okay. So this was definitely a violent form of holy magic that just streaks across the room. Valen, do you move anywhere? Do you do anything else? You have a bonus action remaining.
What can I do in my bonus action?
Do you have? You can pommel strike with your sword. That's your current bonus action option.
I mean, what is that? Let's see. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do pommel strike on the guy that's in front of me.
Okay, so you go to pommel strike with it. You do an attack with your weapon, and if you hit, it does 1d4 plus strength damage.
Is it the slashing one that I press?
So you're gonna roll the one that's next to your longsword that says +4 on it.
Okay.
15 hits, and this guy, he is Pirate 3. Go ahead and roll a d4, and add your strength modifier to it, which is a +2. Yes.
D4.
D4 +2.
Or I'm seeing this D4 thing.
You just grab a d4 from the bottom. It's the triangle-looking one.
Oh.
And just drag it there to roll.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I did the thing and it's not working.
So you grabbed the d4 and you dragged it into the box with all of the dice rolls and you dropped it in there?
Yes.
Try one more time.
It's not doing the thing,
There it
Tyson.
goes. It just went.
Okay.
1.
Dang it.
1 + 2 is 3 damage. So you smack this individual. 11 to 8. And that's the only pommel strike you get until you have a short rest again. That's the way these powers kind of work.
Does he get dazed?
He is dazed, yes. So he has no reaction. If you decide to move away from him, no opportunity attacks.
Can I move at this point?
Yep. Where do you want to move?
Okay. I'm going to position myself behind Cadaver.
So you walk up behind Cadaverous.
That way I can protect anybody coming towards us, and if this guy wants to be an asshole, I can react.
Give me a perception roll, Valen. That is a 14. From this position, you can see that blood is still escaping Tarina's body. She is still breathing very shallowly. She is not currently dead, but she's on the edge of it. Healing would be very important in this point to keep her from dying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, right.
So, we're back to the top of initiative. All the pirates are now ready to join the fray as they see all the violence happening. Whistler's not here. Thilmaris, it is your turn.
Right.
Nobody got pushed over the stairs, so you're holding the ball bearings.
Yep. I'm just gonna put that bag away and just sigh sadly.
There are still 2 people that would be coming up the stairs anyway that Will and I got past.
It's true.
You
Yeah.
might not
Do you
remember
wanna
nothing.
do you wanna use the end of round and just throw your bag at the stairs anyway?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, no. I think I'd rather just put it right between Valen and these three dudes. So right here. I wish I could. Yeah, right there.
Right there. Okay. Does it
So
cover
it's
does it cover a 5-foot square or is it a
a 10-foot cube.
10-foot cube? So is that gonna be the corner? Or are you gonna try to envelop all of them in it at the same time?
I'm actually putting it right behind Valen. So yeah.
Okay. So right here. Like that?
Move it to the right one. Move it south one.
Right there.
There.
Okay. So they're gonna have to go over furniture if they don't want to run across the ball bearings. Got it.
Exactly.
Okay. So that was the end of last turn. This is the beginning of turn. I'm gonna allow you to have done that because you've been preparing to toss it somewhere. So you just open the bag and ball bearings flood the floor. Anybody moving across that space will potentially fall.
Unless they go double movement. So
Yeah, they walk slowly.
I have no idea whether or not you can heal, do I, Willamy?
You do not. We have not had that conversation yet.
Yep.
Barely worked together at all. This is the first job
Yep.
right here.
So I will
There's
come
a
down
guard
here
or something, maybe?
behind Tarina,
Okay.
and I will attempt to stabilize her.
All right. Give me a medicine check, please. There's someone.
I'll be right back.
Woo!
Excellent.
Ooh.
Yep. So you immediately get down with what do you use to stabilize her? What's the?
I think it's just cloth and yeah, probably just a bunch of cloth that would be hanging around.
Okay.
To just start
So
bandaging and staunching bleeding.
You start putting pressure on the wound in her neck. You wrap bandages around her arm and her side where she was stabbed, and you're kind of keeping her stable. So she's not currently going to die anymore unless she starts taking any additional damage. So Thol, that was your action. Do you have a bonus action you'd like to use of any kind?
If I can, since I have the two fans, just throw with my offhand at the one next to Ness.
Okay. So you're gonna throw a fan over here.
Yep, that one works.
Okay. So go ahead and give me an attack roll, please.
I would love to do so.
Nat 20. Boom! Critical hit. So go ahead and
Show
roll
off.
roll damage.
Some of us have to be good at this.
Because it's not going to be me. Yeah.
Actually, how do I do crit damage, I wonder?
Just roll that damage, and it should, because you had a crit, have that queued. If it doesn't, then just roll it again.
Alright, we'll just roll another one.
Just roll a
Boom.
d4, yeah. So that is 7 points of damage to this individual.
And the fan will come flying back to my hand.
Let's see. 56. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. 15. No, wrong spot. I'm trying to figure out how to use these systems appropriately, and it's not currently showing me. Okay, there you go. So you did the damage. You're good. You're good. Fan comes flying back to your hand. You catch it. That fan strikes solidly. That pirate gets a gash across his chest, grabs hold of his throat and his upper clavicle, and nearly collapses to the ground. And he just starts breathing hard. Difficult for him. It's his turn.
Was he the one who shot me, by the way?
No, it was the one in the corner over here. So,
Damn it!
So that guy's like, and he turns and looks at you, and he proceeds to start rushing in your direction, up over the table, trying to get to you. Ness, you get an attack of opportunity if you would like to use it. No,
she already
actually,
used hers.
you used yours. Yeah, your reaction's gone until your next turn. Sorry. So he rushes over the table and then just kind of leaps at you with his saber and tries to strike you.
Great, love that for me.
Might
Business.
as well. All right, here we go. Attack. Scimitar. And he hits. Oh,
Gosh, darn it.
fuck you, he yells as he's holding his throat. You take 2 points of damage from the scimitar.
Hey, what you get?
The ones downstairs, they're just talking to each other. You think things are going well upstairs? I don't know. Sounds like blood. That's what we expected. Willamy, it is your turn. Nobody came after you. You're still currently hidden.
That is fine and well, but we've already had somebody fall, and while I was not personally up there to meet Tarina, seeing the rest of the party kind of try to protect her, I think I'm going to do the same.
Okay.
So I will phase step behind her and see if I can maybe pull her under the table behind us and just away from everybody.
Zoop. Give me an athletics check.
Oh, this will go very well, I'm sure.
Nice. Okay. So poof,
Hey, better
poof.
than expected.
You grab a hold of her and you just tuck her under the table as Thul turns, still staunching the bleeding while holding on. So that was your action.
Excellent.
And the bonus action was to face step.
The bonus
Yep.
action was to face up, yes. And then the action was carrying her under the table. Ness, it is your turn. The pirate right next to you is the one that has attacked you. Nobody else currently is that aware of you yet.
Is there a place on our sheets that shows what like the spells and stuff do? Because I can't remember what my spell did.
Yes. So the little, do you see where the green plus sign is? Right underneath
Yeah.
that, in that row, is squares. Click one of those squares next to like silvery barbs, and it'll bring up
Oh,
the box that tells you what it does.
thank you. Okay. I'm then to switch weapons. Is that a bonus action or an action?
For a hand crossbow, I will say it's a bonus action just to switch your dagger for your hand crossbow. They're two very lightweight items.
Okay. I will
Yes,
do
Marquise?
that.
Just so you know,
Rules layer.
if you no, you can do that, but if you shoot next to that guy, you shoot at disadvantage.
Yeah, when you're within melee range, and then you make.
Oh, I wasn't gonna shoot the guy there, and actually, I was actually gonna switch to my rapier, but I figured
Perfect.
since you were doing a rule change for me, I was just gonna go with Ty said then and change the thing. But can I do that with my rapier or just
Yeah.
the hand crossbow?
Yeah, it's a bonus action to switch your weapon.
Okay, then yes, I'm gonna do the rapier.
Okay.
Yes.
Grab that, and then I'm gonna hit pirate 6.
Okay. Go ahead and give me your attack roll as you strike towards that pirate. Number 6. There we are.
Is Pirate 2 downstairs?
Yes.
Okay. I'm like, wait, where are these numbers?
They're just their names.
Yeah. They've all been,
In the scroll of the cast,
Yeah,
Pirate
Cadaverous-
6 played by
Cadaverous
Exactly.
was having a hard time remembering everyone's name, so he just numbered them.
I mean, it's really easy when you have to replace them.
It makes
I need to do
sense.
Pirate 6.
Yep, and they also denote rank. So that 20 critical hit.
Hey!
Go ahead and give us damage. Ooh, how do you do that? That's gonna take that guy down in one strike. What does it look like, Ness, as you do so?
So yeah, I'm gonna stick the daggers away real quick, grab the rapier, and then do like a not the skill flourish, but a flourish to slash around and hopefully like just slash his throat so he dramatically gurgles and splatters and falls to the ground.
Oh, the pirate just grabs hold of his throat, his blade dropping to the ground, clattering, as he then sinks to his knees and then falls onto his side. His legs
And
twitch
then-
a few times.
Yeah, and then I again slyly check to see if Thelmaris saw that.
I mean, I'm kind of dealing with a dude on top of a table.
Give me a perception roll, Thulmaris.
Sure.
Because you did just throw
Absolutely.
your fan too in that direction, but then again, there was the whole Willamy teleporting over to you thing. No,
Damn
you
it, I really
noticed.
wanted
You
to fail.
absolutely. You like are looking. You're holding on to Tarina. You're trying to make sure all that's good, and you're like looking around the room for dangers and threats. And you see Ness
such a
just
consummate
twirl, spin, throat slash, like stand there and pose, and then the other guy just falls to the ground dead.
I think this is just the moment where it just says we're finally breaking out of thieves' cant into just the plain tongue. Could you stop looking for applause, dear, and actually help?
Where's the guy you've killed so far? Oh, I think you're bleeding out.
Okay, pirate number 5. Noticing this interaction, seeing the attacks that are going, noticing ball bearings all over the floor. Valen, I'm gonna see what direction he chooses to go. In
Careful,
this
Valen.
moment.
They used up all the nat 20s. We're fucked.
Hey,
Yeah, that
use
was
up your
just-
nat 20s.
So he takes a stumbling step, walks cautiously behind Valen, and recognizing his captain's under attack from multiple individuals, joins in the fray. Valen, he is attacking you from behind. So I'm going to go ahead and roll his attack. Scimitar comes in, slashes you right across the back, and is going to hit. You take 6 points of damage as a piercing pain rumbles from one shoulder down your spine a little bit as that thing gets a good slice on you. Downstairs pirates still doing their thing. It's fine. Tarina no longer has to make death saving throws, but is currently unconscious. Cadavris hasn't been hit by anyone else other than Briff at the moment, so he is going to jump in and attack you. Ooh, meddling
Oh, boy.
pup. You think that you happen to have the strength behind you to fight someone such as myself? I'm sorry. Your life came to an end far before it was time. Scimitar attack comes at you. 1. He twists and slices a second one. And then he stabs you with a dagger. 3 attacks come in at Bennings. And he just smacks you with one, and then you bring your maul up and you block one, ting, and then you knock a dagger aside, pang, and you get hit for 7 points of damage by the first strike.
Can I still use a reaction?
Yes, you can. You haven't used your reaction for this turn.
Can I use silvery barbs on the dude that just that hit for the guy?
Yeah, you can make him have to re-roll for sure. What do your silvery barbs look like, Ness?
Well, hold on. I gotta make sure I figure out what they do. So like the triggery creature. So they must re-roll, and then I can give because they get a disadvantage, and then Griff would get an advantage.
You can give him the advantage, or you can take it for yourself.
Yes, I know, but I'm gonna give Griff the advantage. Okay, silvery barbs. I have to say, bunk, and then it's literal. Just my eyes just have a little tiny mercurial mist for a moment, and then there's like a brief little silvery sparkle on both the bad guy and the good guy for a moment.
So this individual is coming in with an unerring strike that's about to hit you, Briff, and you feel empowered suddenly by this glinting, like sparkling energy that wraps itself around both the enemy and yourself. He swings again, fails horribly. He gets a 1. So a strike that would have hit you, he kind of like slips, and you feel yourself almost just step backwards a little bit, like luck was on your side in just that moment. You had a minor stutter step as you coughed, and the blade misses. You will now have advantage on your next roll.
We'll dope on a road.
So that was his turn. Briff, it is your turn.
You know how I knew that? Because I figured out some things while you've been doing combat. I know where the combat tracker is now. What's up?
There you go.
We're learning. Okay. Well, I'm gonna hit him with my hammer again. So
Okay.
I think that's kind of his thing, you know?
Are you just going to use your hammer to swing, or do you want to use one of your weapon actions?
That's a great question, Tyson.
So Backbreaker allows you to knock a target prone. You do less damage on the hit if you hit him with it, but it could knock him to the ground, which makes it easier for everybody else to attack. Concussive Smash potentially allows you to daze them, makes them lose their reaction. That does normal weapon damage and would drop away his reaction, so he can't get any opportunity attacks. And then you have Weakening Strike. You can smack him in his limbs to give him disadvantage on his next attack if you hit. But again, less damage than your regular weapon does.
Okay. I like lacerate because that means he's going to continue to bleed, right?
Lacerate only works if you're using a bladed weapon. You're currently using your maul.
That makes sense. And you said concussive smash might put him out for a round potentially, but I'm going to do less damage than I would if I just hit him.
Yeah, it would knock him to the ground, which makes it a lot easier for all your other allies to beat up on him.
All right, well, let's do it then. That one.
Okay, so backbreaker, that's what that one is. So you're going to make a normal attack roll, and if you hit, he will get knocked to the ground. If he fails,
Normal attack roll with advantage.
with advantage.
Very
All
important.
right. Oh, this is going to be a 1. We've had too many 20s here recently.
Hush your
wait,
mouth.
with advantage. Hold on. Oh, I'm making a lot of dice. If I just put them here, okay, never mind. All right, with advantage. Here we go.
That's a hit.
Hey!
Boom! Deckard is knocked prone. I'm curious how I add that specific effect onto here. Let me look.
Now
for
I got to
something
roll
real
2
quick.
damage too, right?
Yeah, you'll be rolling damage. This damage is going to be different because it is reduced. Give me just a second. I'm just going to add it to your sheet so we can use that. Backbreaker slash weakening. So it's there, and it is 1d4 plus.
Oh, that's it? Okay. I'll roll a d4 then. Ready?
Dang it. Hold on.
Oh, sorry, never mind.
I need to add the damage into here. So it's d4 plus strength. There we go. All right. And
Plus
it is
strength? Ooh.
bludgeoning. All right, I've coded
What
that
is
in there.
plus
So just go ahead and roll from the 1d4 plus 3 spot that's on there. Go ahead and do that.
Okay. All right. All right. Ha!
Nice.
4. That's 7 damage. Nice.
Oh.
Boom! You smack him one solidly right in the. Basically you bring 1 foot forward right behind his. You bring your maul in and smash him in the shoulder, and then you proceed to use that to trip him to the ground. So he has fallen down, is now considered prone, and attacks against him and will gain advantage. Non-ranged attacks will gain advantage against him until he stands up. Standing up will use
Nice.
half of his movement, I believe.
Yes.
So
Okay,
Griff,
so I.
go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just going to say, as long as I have something, I could potentially. Well, I'm already between Tarina and the pirate, so it wouldn't really be that advantageous to move because he's just going to be able to catch up with me anyway, or he's going to turn and hit Valen, who's already got a pirate. I guess I'm going to stay right where I am then. Yeah.
Okay. As Cadavers hits the ground, he goes, "All men upstairs!" He shouts that
God
out.
damn it.
Fuck! Ah!
This one to the
I'm
side,
too loud, guys.
seeing his friend hit the ground, rushes over and attacks Ness. Okay.
What did
here
I
we go.
do?
They were best mates. They played knucklebones together every day.
Every day. Every damn day. Scimitar strike comes in towards you. Slash and hit. Ness, you take 2 damage.
Ow! It's schmarch.
Man, I'm getting really bad damage rolls, which is actually really helpful.
You keep doing that.
I guess
You keep doing
That's
that.
fine. Valen, it is your turn. You got a pirate behind you. You've got the captain on the ground in front of you. The pirate to the left taking out Thulmaris.
Thulmaris already had taken a turn, right?
Yes.
Okay. And has the pirate one taken a turn?
No. I mean, it's everybody that's around you. Pirate 1's the last one in initiative, I believe, so.
I thought it was Pirate 5, because Pirate 1 is the one who chased me up here.
No, that's right. Pirate 5 was the last one, though. No, the last one was 4. Anyway, all the pirates have taken their turn for this round already.
Right, so there will be actions that can be had before he goes again.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? This guy's on the ground. I'm just going to go ahead and do Booming Blade on him.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead and give me an attack roll, and let me see if we can get Booming Blade to do what it's supposed to do here. Still, you
Do I
getting used
just
to how
click
this
on
works.
1d8?
So we're gonna go like this,
Damage.
and we're gonna go that. All right. You don't use it for damage. You just attack with your weapon. And if you
Okay.
hit, they have the Booming Blade effect on them. If they choose to move anywhere more than 5 feet, they will trigger Booming Blade.
You have
swing,
advantage.
You do have advantage because he's on the ground, so you can swing again. Ah, two bad rolls. So he just like rolls to the left and you stab the ground.
Lame.
You're not quite able to hit him. Do you wish to move? Do you wish to do anything else?
Do I have any shield related things? Because I just am not seeing anything like that
You
on my stuff.
do. You have Shield Strike. I'll put that on here. Actually, Shield Bash.
Can I use shield bash on the pirate behind me to push him into the ground or make him where all the stuff's on the ground, the ball bearings?
You want to try to use it to knock him down rather than do damage?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. And this is bludgeoning. Okay. So you have Shield Bash on your sheet now. Go ahead and use the roll to attack, and you just spin and try to hit the guy behind you.
Yeah,
So
like
you
I'm
stab
just
in,
trying
hit the
to.
ground, and then you just turn and and I hit my table. That is a 13 against, let's see, that's pirate number 5. Pirate 5, where are you at on my sheet here? You do have... Why are you not pulling? Like, nothing's pulling up. You hit him! So he has 12. So if you're just using it to knock him prone and not cause damage, I will make him make a dex saving throw and see if he can overcome. All right, he stays on his feet. Boom! You hit him. He shrugs back a little bit, but he doesn't go down.
And you remember he's in the ball bearings.
I will make
That is
him roll
true.
with a disadvantage because of that. I didn't take it into consideration. Thank you. That time he goes down. Pirate number 5 is now prone.
Hey.
So you miss Cadaverous, and then you smash the other guy with your shield, and he drops to the ground. Thulmaris, it is your turn.
All right. Just gonna take a little sidestep here.
Okay.
And with 2 fans, I'm going to stab down at our friend on the ground.
Okay. You've got advantage on both of these attacks. You can sneak attack with the first one if you'd like, or will.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is exactly what is going to happen.
So I believe you can just. Yeah.
18 to hit.
There's one hit. Absolutely hit him.
Lovely. So it'll be this and one of those. 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. So that already took that off there. We add an extra 2. 20. There we go. You hit him. You've got your other
And-
fan.
Is going to swing around and hit the dude behind me.
Okay, so you slash that one and then just continue your spin and bring your fan towards the other one.
Oh, thank gosh.
That is a hit. Hold on, I need to remove targets real quick because you're on the wrong guy. And that is number 5. No, what pirate is that one?
1.
Number 1. I can just do it that way. Why don't I do it that way? All right, go ahead and give me the damage roll for that because you hit it. That
1.
is 1 point of damage to pirate number 1. He's rather severely injured.
I know he's just on the cusp. I needed a few more points.
Okay, so that would be their turn. Pirate number 1 now strikes in at you, since you're going to town on him. Scimitar attack comes in, slicing towards your midsection and hits, causing you 3 points of damage.
Ow. I am very badly hurt.
And that would be his turn. He's quite injured. He doesn't really have a way to... Let me roll to see if he decides he's going to try to run away. Now, not quite the coward that he needed to be, I suppose.
Damn.
Downstairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. One of the pirates makes his way upstairs. That's his turn. Willummy, your turn.
Heck. So the first thing I want to do is tell Fulmaris how very impressed I am with all of the work that he's done. And, oh, he is going to be able to just show up Ness. Because now I have heard that that is what he wants to do. And I'm going to grant Bardic inspiration.
Bardic
thank you.
inspiration.
You're welcome. After that, I'm going to have a quick conversation with Catastrophe using command.
Okay.
We're kind of getting beat up here. Can you help us with either a distraction or something like that? Help!
What did you use to speak with her?
Command.
Oh, did you mean message?
Or message, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, message.
Um,
Message.
Her voice comes back to you in your head. Oh dear. I didn't know you were in danger. Yeah. I'll be right up.
And then I'm just going to stay here with Tarina and make sure that she is blocked and secure and not in worse shape.
Okay. Catastrophe. Get back on the map, please. Get over here. There we are. She's currently down there with the other pirate. They haven't come up yet, so we'll see what happens there. There you are. Oh, she got a good roll. Okay. It is now Ness's turn.
I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and slash with my rapier the dude, the pirate 4.
Okay. Go ahead and give me your attack roll, please.
Okay.
Oh, hold on a second.
Okay.
Hold on a second before you go. I chose the wrong target somehow.
That Willummy.
It's a good thing you
Yeah.
haven't rolled yet,
I'm
Shannon.
glad that
Wow.
you missed, Shannon.
It's a good thing I hadn't rolled yet, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good thing
you
you
can roll
have
now,
rolled.
right?
Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead and
Can I
try one
roll?
more time. You can roll again. I had been trying to set this up so it works right. I apologize to our viewers. This is the first time I've used this for 5e. Not that much better, unfortunately. That's
That
going to
was
be
a
a
17,
miss.
and we all know it. It hit the corner. It was more 17 than it was 3. We saw that, right?
No,
I saw that for
didn't
sure.
work.
We
Didn't
saw
work.
that, right?
All right.
Glitch in the Matrix. Not my fault.
Just the viewers what they saw, because I saw 17.
And that
I'm
was
pretty
your
sure Damasan will actually probably side with Ty, honestly.
that was your action.
Yeah.
Don't say anything, Damasan.
Would you like to do anything with your bonus action?
Yeah, I'll do a flourish for my bonus action on the same pirate,
Okay.
which is just a feint and then potentially throwing him off balance, giving the next hit to him an advantage.
Yep. So go ahead and give me the attack roll with the weapon. If you succeed, he'll be off balance. Excellent. Yeah. So you flourish in. Your one attack goes and misses. The second one flourishes in, but doesn't quite get him into a position, or it gets him into a position where it'll be advantageous for your next turn. And that is your flourish use until your next short
All
rest.
the plan the whole time.
All right. Pirate number 5, standing behind Valen, actually laying on the ground behind Valen, uses movement to stand up. And I'm going to say because of the terrain, I'm going to make him roll just to see if he falls back down. He does not. And he swings in at Valen from behind. Or, well, actually, this would be from the front this time. You're able to get your shield up. Ding! You block that strike, Valen. Downstairs, this pirate starts running to go up the stairs. Catastrophe yells at him, "Hey, numbnuts!" Does he pay attention? What do you want? I got something to say to you. Okay. I gotta go upstairs. No, it's really important. Come over here. Okay, that pirate walks over there next to her. It's her turn. She pulls a hand axe out and just whoop, tries to strike him in the side of the head.
It would have been cooler if, like, her guitar was literally an axe too.
Well, there we can retcon that. Why not?
All that?
So she like twists her axe and her guitar, her lute with axe blades attached to it, and just there's a loud quang noise as she hits.
El Kabong!
Doesn't cause that much damage, but injures him. And
You
then
have
she
good
looks at
friends,
him
Rolly.
sheepishly and goes, "I thought that would do more."
Oh,
It is
I
now
think we can all understand why Will wanted to be a bard at this point.
indeed. This pirate here. There are ball bearings in the way. There's that. There's this. He puts away his scimitar, grabs his crossbow, and fires it off at Valen. Missing horribly, as he's a bad shot, and it just thuds into the wall nearby. Clunk. Then he takes a few steps over to the side. Tarina continues being unconscious. Cadaver stands up, and there's 3 of you here. Griff's been doing consistently the most damage to him. You can tell how wounded Vilmaris looks.
Ouch.
wait, this is Big Captain's up?
This is Big Captain, and he fights a little dirty.
Oh.
So he looks at you,
I think
Griff. He looks at you right in the eyes, and he's like, "You and your friends. You won't live to regret this. But it's been fun." And as he draws back with his weapon, a dagger goes out to the side right at Thulmaris' chest.
Oh, you bastard.
Snake Eyes? You went middle school now?
That he did.
Oh. fuck.
Thulmaris, he uses a
Don't I
feint.
have Sentinel?
You have protection, which would give you the ability to move your shield in the way of an attack. So this is part of your protection fighting style. So this says, when a creature you can see attacks a target other than you that is within 5 feet of you, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll. So you can make him have disadvantage on this attack towards Thul if you'd like.
I would like to do that.
Okay.
Please don't.
So give me an insight roll, Thul, to see if you see this strike coming at all.
I would love to. This is the time. This is when it happens.
This will be the difference between... nope, he had advantage now. So this gives him an even roll with the protection afforded you by Valen.
Uh-huh.
So here it goes.
Oh! Oh!
He gets a 1. He misses. So you move into his way, and your shield, the blade just scrapes off it as you knock it aside, Valen.
Thanks.
Then comes the scimitar over towards Briff. 1, 2 strikes coming your way. 1. That one is gonna miss. 2. That one's gonna hit. So the first one you block with your weapon, but he immediately turns the blade and just strikes underneath your guard, stabbing you.
How much damage?
Jesus, how many 1s am I gonna roll? That is 4.
All of them.
4
Just
damage.
keep rolling.
All the ones.
And that's his action.
All right, time to hit him back.
Briff,
Right.
it is your turn.
Here we go. All right. By the way, Backbreaker did not do as much as I wanted it to. He still got up and hit me. That's stupid. Not doing that again. I'm just gonna hit him. So
All right, so go ahead and make your attack roll.
I got advantage.
You did give.
So I got to hit him.
You gave Thul advantage, and that gave a sneak attack on top of that, so there was some advantage there. That is a 17. That is going to be a miss, unfortunately. As you bring your weapon forward,
17 is a
and you
miss?
would have hit him, but he uses his reaction to parry, and knocks aside your weapon. It gives him a +2 to his AC using his reaction. You have missed.
I'm muting myself. This is stupid.
Ness, The pirate right in front of you that you keep stabbing has decided to stab you back. Here comes the
Rude.
scimitar, strikes in right towards your chest, and you expertly twist, pirouetting and parrying with your rapier blade to keep the strike
Oh,
from hitting
were
you.
you trying to hit me? That's so cute.
Give me an intimidation roll, please.
Is that what that was?
It's just to see if you can demoralize him.
Intimidation.
Yeah, why not?
What about persuasion
No.
or anything else? But
Nope.
I'm
It's an intimidation roll. Go for
whatever.
it.
Hey, look at that! Look at that! Anywho,
Yeah.
You have flustered this individual to the point where he's making mistakes. So he will be rolling at disadvantage. Technically, he's in the fear state against you.
And he still has the next. Anybody who hits him next has advantage too because
Yep.
of the feint.
Yep.
You poor baby.
Valen, it is your turn.
All right. Sorry, Papaya's having a moment.
It's okay. Papaya, you need to quiet down. We're busy.
Papaya, I think I'm going to try doing Booming Blade again on Deadeye.
Okay, so go ahead and give me your attack roll. And if you succeed, you will attach a booming blade to him. Or a green fire. Ooh, nice hit. Now, Valen, you've currently not used any of your spell slots. Would you like to Divine Smite on this roll?
Yes.
Okay, you have Divine Smite listed. Go ahead, please, and give me a damage roll, and that should... hold on just a moment. Before you do we have you set up right for this? We don't. We're going to go like this. We're going to go like this. You're on Deadeye. Okay, now go ahead and give me a damage roll, and it should assign your radiant damage to that as well.
What am I grabbing?
So this is the damage of your longsword.
Oh, I thought I did that one. I'd do it again.
Oh, no, you did the attack of your longsword. You need to do the
Oh.
damage of your longsword.
Sorry.
Boom! 11 points of damage. That is a big hit, sir. And that one shakes Deadeye from his position where he's fighting and going against Briff and has kind of ignored you. Suddenly, there's a blast of radiant energy as you strike, and he just staggers forward. Oh, God! And he turns and looks at you now. He kind of puts himself in a position where he's facing Briff and Valen and Tholmaris right in front of him. At a bit of an angle now.
Is there any? He turned for me. Is there any opportunity for attack?
No, he has to move away from you to get actually opportunity attacked.
All I'm saying is, I knocked this guy to the ground. He got back up. I'm standing here this whole time, and I fucking miss on the 17. This is great.
He blocked your attack, sir. That was a parry. All right, Valen, that was your turn. And now he's afflicted with a green liminal flame. What's that?
I don't have any bonus action, or was that the Divine Smite thing?
You don't. Well, you have your shield bash if you want to just tag him with that.
I want to tag the pirate behind me with Shield Bash again.
So you spin and attack the one behind you once more. You can try to knock him down again, or you're just gonna give him the hit.
Knock him down.
Okay, go ahead and give me your attack roll. Bop! You hit him again, and he doesn't go down this time, but he's kind
Tell
of
on those ball
staggers
bearings.
back. Oh, right.
Oh, the ball bearings.
Roll
For the win,
again.
ball bearings.
He falls down that time. He's the one off.
Yes.
So you just, pow, big bang, shield to the face. The guy just, gets up, falls down, gets up, falls down.
And can
Gotta get up again.
Myself, I want my back turned to either one.
So you're just kind of doing the same thing that he's doing. Both of you are kind of facing in between as best you can. Thol, it is your turn.
Yes.
Oh my geez. I guess. I mean, second verse, same as the first. I'll just attack Deadeye behind me,
Okay. You just
and
twist
then swing at the guy on the table. Please let me kill that dude. I need him to stop hitting
Okay,
me.
so you're going with Deadeye first. Hold on. Target and Deadeye. Go ahead and give me your attack roll.
I do appreciate the change from Chumbawamba to Herman's Hermits. It shows your range, Marquise.
That's true. You hit. He is engaged with multiple targets, so you
He
can
sure is.
use your sneak attack. Hold on. You know how to activate that? You don't do it there. You press the little icon, the little hourglass, and then choose the little person hunched over, and that gives you the sneak attack effect. Do you see?
Oh. Thank you.
You're welcome. Then you can do your attack.
God damn it.
There's 7. I mean, that's a good amount of damage. Your blade strikes deep and true and catches him under the rib, and he just kind of struggles back, and you see blood flow to the floor. He's very hurt.
Someone just finish him off, please. And then I'll attack the guy up there. Yes!
That is going to be a hit, but I'll have to... Yeah, go ahead and roll for damage.
Oh, tell me when I should roll.
Go for it.
3 points of damage.
And that pirate, you just spin, and your blade just right across the underside of his throat as he just starts grabbing his neck and hits the ground.
Oh, thank you. And will not move because there is a dude behind me who might... Oh, wait, no, he spent his reaction already, didn't he?
He did, yes.
To parry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to back up a little bit behind Briff because I'm hurting pretty badly.
So you move over to the side and then put Briff between you and Deckard. Yes, the pirate captain. Deadeye Cadaverous.
Yep, just to hop over the chair and the table and Willemie under there. What are you doing? Be on the other side of Briff.
The guy from downstairs rushing up, seeing his captain in danger, takes a few short steps forward and then strikes over at Valen.
Wasn't there ball bearings there?
He walked along the side. He didn't actually go through the ball bearings. So... Attack comes at Valen. That's gonna be a miss. Your armor just... There's a rattle of chain as this one comes across your back shoulders, but doesn't go through your armor.
I am feeling mighty.
Willemie, it is your turn.
Fall just made his first kill. You need to kill somebody else now, too, so that you can be in the lead again. Bardic Inspiration.
Who'd you
Oh,
send
I already
that to?
have it.
No, you have it, and now Ness also has it.
You
Okay.
send Bardic Inspiration over to
I love
Ness.
your enabling.
Like a roll.
There we go.
All
Put
right.
that
You're
on
that
Ness.
friend. I understand.
I am. I
How
am.
many more of those do you have?
I
at the
have
moment?
2 more. I have a total of 4.
4. Yeah. Okay. So
I am-
There's a D6 available on you if you miss a roll, an attack roll, saving throw, or an ability check. Just remember, you have Bardic Inspiration. You can roll. You can use that and roll an extra D6.
Yep.
Okay. And
All
what are
right.
you gonna do with your action, Willemie?
I am actually going to get out from under the table, stand up with my back to the back wall,
Mhm.
and pull out my short bow.
All right. You have drawn your weapon, and that is your turn. Ness, it is your turn. The enemy in front of you, you have advantage on an attack against them if you'd like. That will give you your sneak attack as well. And you have Bardic Inspiration. That's a lot of potential.
And he has disadvantage.
And yes, exactly.
Murder that guy.
I want to murder that guy.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Go
go
ahead.
slashy with my swordy
Go
with
ahead
my
and give me an attack
rapier.
roll with your rapier. You lunge
Working
forward.
on it.
Make sure you choose advantage on
I
it.
didn't.
That's still a hit.
Yeah, that first one's better.
Yeah, you hit. So go ahead and roll for damage. Oh, God! 15 points. What does that one look like? Because that right there would have
His
killed him
head
from
doesn't get
standing.
lopped off, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one more circle swirl, and then just his head goes plop, and then it just kind of does that bonk, bonk, bonk.
So she
roll
does.
thing.
Are you saying you're like almost professional skater pirouette where you jump in the air and then your blade just follows and then swing and the guy.
It was like a triple sow cow with a blade. That's
there
what
you
that
go,
was.
triple sow cow with a
Sow
blade.
cow.
It's the shot from the bottom of the stairs where you just see this blade flash, and then the head starts bouncing.
Yes.
Dunk, dunk, down the stairwell.
Oh, Abigail.
As the head rolls downstairs, we see Catastrophe look over and just shake her head. Yeah, and then the pirate kind of sees it come down and goes, "Oh no."
Run, dude. This is not your.
Ness, do you wish to move or do anything else at the moment?
Let's start just kind of heading over. Wait, I'm by the stairs still, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll just stay here in case somebody else wants to run up. Are both guys up here already?
No, there's still one downstairs you're aware of. The guy with the anchors on his arms, the big guy.
Is thrown is an action, not a bonus action, correct?
Correct, unless it's your offhand. We can throw a dagger with your offhand as a bonus action. That's
okay.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna do that then.
Okay, who are you throwing your dagger?
I gotta the guy downstairs.
You're gonna go downstairs to fight him?
No, I'm going to throw my dagger downstairs at him.
Well, the stairs are a curving
is he on the
stairwell.
stairs?
He's not on the stairs. He's downstairs, like directly beneath the floor where you're standing, fighting Catastrophe right now. So you can't even see him.
Oh, well, fine then. I'll throw it at Pirate 5 then.
Okay, there's Pirate 5. Let me go ahead and target him with your attack. Go ahead and give me a throwing weapon dagger attack. So it looks like a little bomb.
I know.
A little bomb.
It's a little bomb.
The dagger just sticks into the ground somewhere, and you miss that one.
But does it distract him? He's like, where the fuck is this from? Oh no, now I'm being hit in the face by Valen, who's right next to me.
Unfortunately, no. That's not quite how
Alright,
that is. The guy on the
I'm gonna
floor
try.
attempts to stand up in the ball bearings and makes it up to his feet, and then strikes out at Valen one more time.
And then trips over the dagger.
And your armor scrapes across it again. Your shield comes up and knocks his weapon aside. Not going down. Pirate downstairs looks at Catastrophe, having struck him with a hatchet, and is like, "You shouldn't have done that." Swings in with his scimitar. And she just like moves deftly aside and then just kicks him in the shins. Catastrophe's crew rushes around him, and all of them begin just swinging at him. Bang, burn, burn.
Oh,
burn,
someone murdered
critical
him.
Hit. The drummer comes over and just smashes his drum case into the guy.
And that's why the rhythm section is the best.
It's a critical
I
hit
do
for
love me a good drummer.
critical hit for 2 damage.
All right, good to know that Tyson cannot roll damage.
I am unable to roll damage today. There was one other hit that these are all pretty much improvised weapons. I'm just giving them a D4 straight. Ow, that one hit pretty hard. And then Catastrophe draws forward with her weapon, her chosen guitar axe, and swings in and hits, removing the head from this guy and then kicking his corpse onto the ground. "Your skull will make a wonderful cup," she yells.
Copycat.
A drum. You could use it as a drum.
Well, you're not there at the moment. You can
I
recommend
know.
that later.
They're still messaging back and forth, right?
Or ribs for
could be.
xylophones.
I was going to say a
Excellent.
bone flute.
A bone flute.
All of the above, you guys.
Hey,
Waste not, want not.
Trace. Yeah.
Pirate 3.
I'm sorry. How dare you? I was not even thinking about that.
Seeing
Real bone
the
flute.
injury sustained by the crew, recognizing the threats that are there, I'm going to have him roll.
Oh.
He gains the feared effect and proceeds to start running past, trying to go downstairs. Ness, give me an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, that's right.
Let me target him for you just real quick. So you're not facing that guy anymore. You're facing that guy. All right, go ahead and give me an attack with your dagger.
My rapier.
Nice.
I have my
Rapier.
offhand.
Right. 22 damage. Or 22 damage. 22 is a hit, not 22 damage.
I'll take
Please
22
roll.
damage.
I mean, yeah,
Roll
come
for
on, 22 damage.
I like that. You already said it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's
All right. Give me your damage roll. A 3. Pretty decent wound to this guy. He just like stumbles a little bit, and then he rushes down the stairwell. He is right there.
Wait. Don't you think he just got stabbed? If I was going downstairs and getting stabbed, there would be a chance of falling.
I mean, he's not wrong. That's how gravity works.
You know what? For the heck of it, I will roll.
I mean, he did
dex
get a
save.
natural 1.
Okay.
Drew also.
Thump. He rolls down the stairwell, taking an extra 5 points of damage as he tumbles.
Nearly dies.
He's nope, that was just enough to do it. And there's a crunch as his neck breaks as he's going down the stairwell. There it goes.
That counts as 3 for me.
She marks another notch off, little tally right there. Cadaverous, from his position, he recognizes he's in a disadvantageous position. His crew is starting to go away. All of you are still in relatively good health. So he is going to disengage.
No, he's not. Attack. I have opportunity for attack too.
He
right?
used disengage, which allows him to move without triggering opportunity attacks.
What about Booming Blade?
Oh, yes.
You're right. Booming Blade does trigger. So since he starts moving away, you now need to roll Booming Blade damage. So bring up Booming Blade and just do the damage roll on that.
Clint,
6
you're on a
points.
roll.
Boom. Oh. Well, when Booming Blade happens, it's just damage, right? Target willing moves 5 feet or more. Target takes 1d8 thunder damage, and the spell ends. And that's it. So yeah, you just caused him to trigger that. He took a serious hit, and he like staggers a little bit and starts continuing to try to move away from you. That's about as far as he can get there. From that position, he just turns and strikes at Valen with his dagger as his bonus
He's also
action.
on the balls now.
He is on
Yes.
the balls now, and now I must roll.
Let's roll a dex save.
Oh my god.
Damn it.
Critical success. He's fine.
But you know what? I'll take
He's
I'll
fine.
take that on the skill check over
Exactly.
the attack.
He stabs in, gets a 1 to hit Valen. Valen, you just easily knock aside his dagger.
Feast or famine over there, Ty.
Now it is your turn, Briff. He's trying to escape
Oh,
you. You
goodness.
immediately jump on the table.
What? You think
Where are
I'm
you
not gonna
going?
get this guy? Dude, he crossed the table first. I'm right there with him.
So you jump on the table, rushing after him, and bring your warhammer to bear.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
him up.
go ahead and give me an
fuck him
attack
up.
roll, please.
I can't use backbreaker again, can I?
Not backbreaker, but you could use concussive strike or weakening strike. Concussive
One of
smash.
the ones didn't give you less. Which one was the two
Concussive
that
Here's
didn't?
here's
Smash.
what I'm thinking.
So concussive
we
smash
want-
uses normal damage, but it will daze your opponent, which means they don't have a reaction if you trigger it.
Here's what I'm thinking, guys. Tarina's not in the best of shape. We might not get our questions out of her. This guy, he seems like he'd have a lot of useful information. Do I want to try and knock him prone so we can like tie him up or something and interrogate him?
Oh yes, we should absolutely interrogate him. So you should not. You can do non-lethal damage to just bring him to 0, but not kill
I would
him.
like to not murder him, but I would like to, make sure he's not going anywhere. Maybe,
Okay.
Kathy baits him in misery, just take him out of the knees.
All right, well, give me your
Sprinkles.
attack roll, please.
Valen disapproves.
Valen didn't like that. Appears on the top of the screen. You hit.
What is this?
A parry's not gonna save him there. So go ahead and roll damage.
D10, yeah?
Yeah, the D10 damage.
Do I want to do the bludgeoning one? Yeah, sure, fuck it. Here we go.
Boom! Your weapon comes in from the side, hits him in the side of the kneecaps. There's a crunch, and as he falls back, his head slams into the ground. His legs bent at the wrong angles, and he lays there unconscious.
There we go. All right, we got a hostage now. That's cool.
Valen,
Nice
it is your
done.
turn. Deadeye Cadaverous has fallen to the ground, defeated at the moment, but you still have his 2 pirate mates. They look over at you. They look at everybody around, and one of them drops his weapons and puts his hands up, and the other one still looks at his friend and is like, and he puts his weapons down and puts his hands up as well. We surrender.
Okay. Sweet.
You only need one hostage. Just saying.
Oh.
mean,
Did she say that,
If
Ness?
they happen to have an accident on the stairs,
Oh my god.
So Valen, are you gonna take them hostage or what have you? Or
Into
are you going
custody.
to-
I think he would have just taken a sword, put it towards his head, and just say, "Get on your knees," and then that'll be it. We're done.
There is no time for that.
Just you see Thilmaris in the back. She's like, really? That's how you like it.
Thilmaris and Ness both make childish jokes as the pirate
You have nothing in
proceeds to
common.
start.
Shut up.
He starts blubbering a little bit. Please, please, don't kill me! Don't kill me! I give up. I'm going. He like gets down on his knees and puts his head down, like you're gonna like stab him through the neck. His friend is like, "Get up, you nut!"
Stand up. Stand up. Die as a man.
So, you
Thilmaris
have
is definitely sitting on that crouch though.
you've outclassed them in this situation, and I'm going to say that combat has ended.
What is the percentage of people in this this game and that die? You said there was a
20% in this chapter. We still have some pretty serious things to run into, so don't get
Meh.
cocky now. Come on. You did a good job, though.
I get cocky when I want to get cocky. Thank you very much.
You did a good
Michael.
job. You did a good job.
When I go lay hands on Tarina,
Yeah, so you walk over to Trina under there while the others are taken into custody. Let me make sure we have all of your targets removed because we don't need them anymore. There we are. And we'll now enter back into the scenes here. So,
If they have anything on them that is sellable, resellable, I want that.
so you're gonna go grab what goods you can from their bodies.
Whatever
Yeah.
armor,
Armor too.
including the living ones, armor, weapons, items, whatever. I'll take the clothes off the
Bodies,
two
living
living
and
ones
dead.
back. They don't get to leave with dignity.
Oh dear lord. Let me
They
see.
hurt me, and I am mad.
Where are? There's a parcel here.
Yeah, we gotta loot the corpses and the non-corpses.
And we have those. So each one of them, I'm going to say armor-wise, the only armor you can take are from the individuals who haven't been carved to bits, because I'm going to say the combat that you put them through really destroyed a lot of what they were wearing. But all of them carry a light crossbow and a scimitar. So let me build a party sheet here, which we'll actually get the sheet all set up so you can get the booty of this after we get back from our break, which we'll have here in just a moment. So while you're looting, we will talk over the scene. There is no current goods on these individuals that is of import to the story, so those can show up a little bit later.
Okay, because Cadaverous, I want to look. It's my pappy's birthday coming up soon, and this guy's a pirate, so it doesn't have to be monetarily wealth, but I'm looking, keeping an eye out on these bloody corpses.
So Cadaverous, I can see his parcel actually already has been pre-made by this module, which is nice. He's got a couple of gold necklaces. He's got a nice gold ring upon him. His scimitar, while it is still just relatively plain, is decked out in some adornment. It's got an old skull with like gold teeth and like a little crooked ram's horn basket. So it's a neat looking weapon. Wouldn't necessarily say it's magical or anything like that, but you could always try to find out.
A cool hat too. Dads
does.
love hats.
He's got a nice pirate's hat. It's a new one.
I think that y'all dibs on the hat for my dad. Okay,
Have fun.
put that in my backpack.
Okay, so you could write that on your inventory that you have a pirate hat.
I just,
Um,
my
So,
folks.
so while the looting is occurring, what is happening with everybody else? We'll start with you, Valen. You put away your weapon. You walk over to Tarina, and you place hands upon her and use your lay on hands effect.
Mhm.
Let's see. You have restore total number of hit points equal to your paladin level times 5. So you have 10 hit points you can spend on someone. How many would you like to spend on Tarina?
You said I have 10 hit points I can give her?
Yeah, which you won't get back until after you've had a rest. I think it's
I'll just give her 3. Like, this stuff's over, and we're just trying to get her back to, not dying and bleeding out. fully.
Stabilize.
Yeah.
long rest is how you get those back. So you've got 7 remaining. It's up on you to keep track of that. I recommend just a little notepad so you can keep an eye on those things too. So you walk over to Tarina, you put your hands upon her shoulders, and radiant energy flows between the two of you, and you see her just. Oh. She looks up at you. She looks over at the carnage, the blood on everybody's bodies. Sees there are no pirates that are currently engaging in threat, and goes, "My hero."
Oh, I'm sorry. Thulbars can't miss the chance. You're barking up not just the wrong tree, but perhaps the wrong forest.
Sorry, sweetheart, I'm not the one for you. And I quickly just kind of like help her up so that she's not on the ground anymore.
She gets up
Under
to
the
her
table.
feet and is feeling a bit beat up. Everybody, please give me a perception check.
Can I do insight instead?
This would be perception. You're looking to hear
Oof.
something in particular.
Oh, that's fine. I
So
forgot.
there's
I
a
also have a plus
19
9 to that.
from Willoughby. 8, 15, and a 19 from Briff. Holy cow, friend.
He's paying attention to that woman.
Yes. Actually, this wouldn't even be the woman, though. So, Willoughby, Ness, and Briff, you hear this. Valen and Thulmaris, you're currently too engaged in what you're doing to actually hear it. Those of you that can hear the sound of armor, hear the sound of scuffling happening outside, and the sound of booted feet upon the stairwell and the floor down below. Now you can roll an insight check if you'd like to determine what's happening.
I think we might have friends coming.
I normally charge extra for multiple partners.
So Ness and Briff, the two of you recognize. I'm gonna say with your
And
previous
Thulmaris?
roll, Thul.
Yeah, no,
only
that's
if
fine.
If someone says something to you, you might.
I only
do
did it
that.
because Willoughby said out loud.
Oh,
There's
okay.
someone coming.
Or someone coming, and you're wondering who it could be. Ness, you hear the jingle jangle, the telltale signs of chain slapping across plate, a sound you've heard a million times before. This isn't just any armor that is coming your way. This is the same sound of every single patrol they have. These are Flaming Fist members that have arrived. And
Cops are coming.
So now they're
you hear
here.
the sound of shouts outside and basically derogatory comments and terms being made towards the individuals who are outside. Using your insight between yourself and Briff, you recognize that this was a sting, and both of you realize about the same time that Thulmaris does, it was a setup. They sent you in here to get Tarina's crew involved so they could make an arrest.
Son of a. Is there a back door? Can we
Windows,
make
you
a
said.
back door?
There are the doors inside of this that lead into various rooms inside. You could crawl out and make a quick escape off the second floor through a window.
Is Karina in walking condition?
She is needing assistance at the moment, but pretty close to that, yeah.
Oh, put her on
Can I
your.
throw her over my shoulder? What?
Jesus!
You just walk over and fireman just over
Dude,
your
We
shoulder.
gotta get the fuck out of. You think there's time to talk fireman this shit? We gotta move.
All right, you fireman
Go
Trina
into
over
a
your
room.
shoulder. She's just like, "What are you? Whoa!"
Let's go into a room that's in the back so that it's as far away from them as possible. And
there-
let's
so we're in
jump
this-
out the window because I've got feather fall for everybody.
I
Oh,
love it. Oh, I love this
Fancy.
so much.
So, Willoughby, you walk over here, and you step
Follow.
into this other room. It's a private dining room. There's a mounted head of a displacer beast on the east wall. This is the displacer beast room. As you walk inside, obviously there's nobody eating in here at the moment. Usually they have to pay in advance to come in here and take the time and what have you. But as the staff and everything have all gone away, are you guys dragging Cadaverous behind
Yes.
you? Who's dragging Cadaverous?
I am.
Give me an
Yeah.
athletics roll just to see how quickly you're doing it.
I'll
Um,
grab his.
Valen.
Valen, you recognize
body
this
go.
man is very heavy, and dead weight from him being unconscious that sometimes turns into like a spasm is slowing you way the hell down. If you don't
But
get
Featherfall-
assistance,
This problem. I
No.
mean, how does featherfall work? Is it just
Featherfall-
anti-gravity
yes, it
that
helps.
make you light?
It doesn't do anything other than make it so that while you're falling, it acts as if you have a large buffer of air keeping you from falling quickly. It just slows down
So if
falling.
we pick him up, put featherfall on, dropped him, and then he could drag him easier.
You'd have to keep lifting him into the air and doing it over and over again.
Just waft him.
You guys would have to, like a carpet that you're just
Yeah.
wafting in the wind.
I'll
But you
help.
need to
I'll
be
grab his
strong
legs.
enough. You'd have to be strong enough to lift him the up part first. Are you gonna cast Featherfall on everybody before you get to the window? Is that what's happening?
No, I have a -1 to my strength, so I don't.
I
have
mean,
a
when we
0.
got to the window, but yeah, sure.
I mean, the police are here. You could also just leave him to
Leave
be
him?
apprehended.
I mean, we have her alive.
Yeah.
We have her.
Like,
She's alive. She can answer
fuck this guy.
questions.
She'll be fine. I got her. I'm not ever letting go of her. What? You're
But I
so
was-
weird.
Drop
But
him, Valen.
But
On
he's
his
also
face.
bad, right? Like, so he's bad, and they were working with the Flaming Fist. Should we just not like?
They weren't working with the Flaming Fist. The Flaming Fist were
Oh.
here to arrest the pirates involved, and they used you as
Okay.
bait to get them to come here in a position where they
Oh,
were
maybe-
at a
I
disadvantageous
thought that.
Well, I'm
position.
not against you just murdering him right. I mean, putting him out of his misery right here.
He is suffering
Oh, right,
quite a
because
bit.
we knocked him out at the knees.
I mean, his bones
I
are
forgot
backwards.
He was alive.
So Valen,
Well,
Yeah.
one,
Valen, hold on. Valen, being a paladin, you have to make the right choice here, or it could potentially cause
is-
problems for you in the
This
future.
is why
Taking
we are
him with you,
saying-
you have to ask yourself: is taking him with you better than leaving him for the police?
Better
Because-
for the
So
We're
I
putting
have
him
to
out of his
think about-
misery.
If
If
your
I-
friends are going to
Mhm.
either kill him or torture him, what's better?
He's a bad person.
He's a pirate.
That does
he also
not
came here to
necessarily
kill
mean-
all of us.
No,
I
he
can-
came here to kill Tarina. You joined in.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know. I feel like Valen's past would be like this would be someone he would have executed if he would have got up, like arrested him, right?
Yeah, potentially. But there would have been a
While
trial.
we're thinking of that, can I just shove a dagger in the guy's throat?
You want to sneak that?
Yes.
Give me a stealth roll.
I don't like my poor
Yeah.
friend having, or my new friend here having such a moral conundrum, and we're in a fucking hurry, and he's taking too long.
He's sitting there
Technically-
thinking as he's like trying to drag this corpse,
Hmm.
and the
Right.
sound of booted footsteps coming up the stairwell is happening as we speak.
Technically, we did see him murder Tarina. The fact that we brought her back to life, notwithstanding,
I mean,
we
that's-
saw him murder her.
That's true. Not sneak. Yeah. Ooh.
Well, I got advantage because he's
No,
down,
no,
right?
you're using your rapier. You're using a sneak attack. I want you to use
Oh.
the stealth roll. Sorry.
Oh,
You're trying to sneak what you're doing so he doesn't see it happen. There is a 14. Now, if you'll give me a perception check, Valen, to see if you see her. Because he's helpless, and you can just straight up slit his throat right now. And that's fine.
Right.
You do it. But does Valen
That's
notice?
fine.
Valen, you didn't see it. As you're dragging this individual, you notice that he starts to go limp. Maybe his injuries were worse than you thought. And then you realize
Oh
he's
no.
no, something happened.
dead.
I'm.
You didn't see-
Fulmara's
You didn't
looks at
see
you and
Ness
just-
do it, and he was covered in wounds already. It is possible that he just succumbed to his wounds right now.
Okay, I'm just gonna drop him.
He just
We're-
his head hits the
it's
ground
not
pretty hard.
fine.
All right,
Goodness
everybody
gracious.
rushes into the banquet room, and Bennings with Tarina over his shoulder, and you make it to the window and you look out into the city proper at that point in time. You can see you're only on the second floor. It's not a huge fall, but it is one that could potentially harm you if you fall inappropriately. So the windows themselves, you will need to break them. They are hard placed in here. They're not designed to open. How do you want to get through the windows?
and we
Throw
cut
my
the
hammer
glass.
out.
You could potentially cut it. I mean, your dagger's
I love
made
that.
of the
Mars goes up and starts like gently doing it, and then hammer smash.
suddenly the window just shatters out in a very loud noise as you're trying to
Thor
delicately
style.
cut the window.
I
we
will
are
do it, I
going-
will do it. I
No,
will do
please
it.
do that because that's a great moment for Fulmara to just be like, we're going to have a long conversation after this about how to do things in a way that doesn't nearly get us murdered.
Look, I don't know that Bennings would do it if it looked like y'all were gonna cut the glass.
I think
okay?
you were in a hurry and you didn't know.
Yeah,
what he
you're
was
in a hurry, so
doing. That
boom,
was
you hit
kinda-
Well, should we roll to see
No.
if Bennings?
Oh, it's a glass window. If you miss that, you are in a worse shape than
Should
anyone.
we roll to see if Bennings has the constitution to remain calm?
You could. Just give me a straight con check. If you
All
roll
right,
high,
this will
you
determine
remain
whether
calm.
he throws the hammer down. Okay, so I'm just doing a straight what?
Give me a straight Constitution roll.
Constitution.
Okay, is that on the main?
It's on the main page, yeah.
Nice. Uh huh.
So it says con
Yeah, I know where
on
that
the
is.
left.
There it is. Ooh, I get a +2. That's nice. Come on. That's not good.
You keep your cool. You're
Oh.
able to hold on.
I thought it was a 5. That rocks. Okay.
So you don't smash the window then in this situation, unless you wanna.
I mean, you could just want to.
I don't want to. I don't want Bennings to get in trouble. Bennings is me. Okay?
Okay, let me ask this question: how long would it take to cut through the glass, like,
Oh,
so,
so now
like,
throwing
not
the hammer might be
necessarily?
a good idea. I'm so sorry, Marquise. You're all over the map with this one.
I'm going to murder you.
That's what I was going to
Let's
ask.
do this.
Does it take a long time.
Give me a dex saving throw, and we'll base this roll off of your previous experience as a member of the guild. Obviously, we'll see if you've done this before, and it'll tell
Dex
me.
saving throw.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
17.
17.
So this is because you have to do it fast. You already know that the thickness of this glass. It's not super potent glass. Again, this is the Elf Song Tavern. Stuff here happens here all the time. They have to replace it constantly. You do recognize that this is inferior glass. It is something that is relatively easy to score. So you can take your fan and then you just push, and then the plate just pops out and falls to the ground outside.
Oh, I would do that, but rather than push out, I would have like something, some liquid that isn't water that's a little bit stickier.
Honey.
Honey. There you go. To put up against the glass and pull it
back
towards
in.
us.
Okay. So I'm going to say with the previous roll, you're able to just slice it with your fans. You grab a little bit of honey from your pocket and then pull it. The window comes inward and you put it down on the ground. It's going to take a moment for individuals that are rushing up the stairs to determine which room you might have gone into and where you might be. So then everybody is hit with Willemy's spell. What does that look and feel like to them? This spell itself, Featherfall, requires a verbal and a material component. You have a small feather there. What is your verbal component since you're a bard? What does that sound like?
She whistles. She does bird calls, and then it just feels like birds are holding them as they go down.
You feel a little lighter than usual, like something's pushing upward upon your body, just a tiny bit, and there are little like floating feathers in the air around you. And who goes out the window first? All right.
I'll go first.
Tholmaris goes second.
I'll go.
All right, and you've got Tarina over your shoulder. She's like, "Fuck!"
Shut up.
Fucking.
I'll go last.
All right, Ness is gonna go last, so that leaves Willemy and Valen.
Go next, but she is also communicating
Okay,
with
honey.
Catastrophe, suggesting drums.
So Catastrophe's like, I can play drums for you. You got to be careful. There's a whole bunch of Flaming Fist in here. They're asking questions. They want to know what happened, who was involved, all that kind of stuff. It looks like they've been after these pirates for a while.
Well, we took care of them for them, and we're disappearing. So you didn't see us, right?
Everybody goes out the window. And as you land out in the city streets, the first one, of course, is Tholmaris. You hit the ground. Give me a perception roll as you look back and forth. You're in an alley just in the outside of the Elf Song on the west side.
Nice.
15, that's not terrible. With that, you can see that there are Flaming Fists that are asking questions of passerbys in the street nearby. Some of them are like pretty much scoping the area and trying to make sure that they keep people away from the building because they're currently busy. You can see a host of pirates, probably another 5 or 6 of them that are within vision of where you're at, that are just like on the ground with their hands locked behind them in manacles, that are being ready to be carted off by these individuals. And you see that there are some that have turned to start moving in this direction. You can head north away from them up the alleyway. But going south means running into them all, and those are the only 2 directions currently.
Are there any thieves guild? Is there are any sewer grates or like little safe hidey hole thingies around here?
Give me
It's Elstrong Tavern, one would think, probably.
Give me a perception roll.
Sense.
I don't know why I can never find the things. I found the things.
Yay!
Son of a 10.
10. From this position, you know that there's some nearby, but you don't see them in this alleyway. You're not sure where it is.
Oh, Thermaris, where's the thing? In Thieves' Cant.
Oh,
Where?
I could look. My idea was we just go north and start getting away from this area. But if there's like a safe house nearby, we'll try and figure out where.
So give me an insight check, because Ness has reminded you that there are a few different entrances in the sewer nearby. The guild sometimes uses them for getaways, but there isn't an obvious one here. You see that on either side of the alleyway, there's a series of cans, boxes, discarded goods, things like that. And there's an old broken carriage just about 15 feet away from you up the alleyway, just a little bit to the north. And you feel like if there was going to be an entrance into the underways, it's probably under that carriage on purpose.
That's my first stop, as I see Briff coming down so he can follow me.
All right, so Thul rushes over to an old broken carriage while you're carrying Tarina over your shoulder. And you recognize it's probably a little too heavy for you, but it is on a set of wheels that make it lever, so you could just have counterweight on one side of this thing and it would lift. Or you could just have Briff lift it.
You need some muscle, baby. So I'm only good for one thing, and I fuck it up most of the time.
You know what? At that lovely thing, Thulmaris pops up, but it just in a flirtatious way, and throws hair over his shoulder. Yes, I would love muscle at this moment.
Give me an athletics roll.
His own, after all.
Galen eye rolls.
But I'll kind of be on the other side of him. Look, just also help giving the help action so he has advantage.
Oh, that's not as good as I wanted.
You have advantage, by the way. I'm giving you the help action.
Yeah. So
I didn't use advantage. My bad.
So you can roll one more time. 15's not bad, though.
All right. There's no way this goes that good again. All right. Let's see what we got. Trip 1. Oh, that's a 20.
Nat 20.
Play that.
Okay. So you just move over to this carriage, and you grab hold of it, and you just lift it up into an angle, and it actually crunch and sticks in a position where you can see that there is a manhole cover right there in front of you. This manhole cover...
and the other arm is...
Yeah, holding Tarina on one arm and holding the cart up with the other. Thul, you see a problem. The manhole cover is part of the underway's passage entrances. However, there is a thieves marking of the guild upon it, and it is locked.
God damn it.
Do we know how to unlock it?
Well, you either need to have a thieves guild signet ring. They have those little, basically tarnished golden rings that are.
I have one of those. I have one of those.
You haven't been given one because you're not you're doing this mission to get on that level.
And I also would not have one as well.
Yeah, but you could lockpick it if you have thieves' tools.
I do.
We're going into each other.
You guys both squeeze in.
I'll just start trying to pick the lock because I'm already there.
I'm going to give you 2 chances to pick this
lock
before soldiers start moving into the alleyway.
Don't forget Nordic.
Yes, yes. Thank you for reminding me.
You have a d6 with that, so you got yourself
dirty 20.
That is enough. Just barely. It's exactly
Yes!
what you needed to unlock this. So using that
Good
inspiration that
job.
you have just what you need. And as the lock opens up and you like pull this lid off, just scrape it to the side, you can see the well-kept but obviously looking like it's in bad repair ladder leading down to the darkness. You turn back and see the soldiers coming. You like wave to everybody down inside. Everyone very quickly rushes down into the tunnels below. And while there is a bit of an acrid scent down in this area, it's mostly dust and ancient stone. The tunnels in this part of the Undercity, as it were, are kept up well enough that they're not horrible to be in, but uncomfortable for anybody that shouldn't be here. As the door locks and clicks back into place, the plate being pulled back over the top, darkness fills the room and your eyes have to kind of readjust to it. And we go to our break. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Hope you've had yourselves a wonderful time. We will be back in about 10 minutes. Hello, bees, and Damasan, and anybody else that's watching. And we will see you again in about 10 minutes for the epic conclusion to whatever is happening next. Yeah, we'll be right back.
I love it.
Welcome back to Hellriders. We have all of our wonderful, amazing crew faces here. They have just escaped into the sewers. Of course, it's more than the sewers. It's actually ancient catacombs. It's a bunch of the city that was built underneath the city, or that the city was built on top of, that has just been restructured, refound. This particular location, since both Ness and Tholmaris didn't immediately know where this hole was, I'm going to say they've never been to this part of the Undercity yet. You can see old drainage, some horrendous thick green and brown muck inside of these small culverts around you. There's scattered debris and old stone masonry that's collapsed in an area nearby. And in the distance, you can actually see a little bit of, because there's an open space in front of you, what seems like a rough-hewn stone that leads further down. And then, of course, to your left and your right are the pathways that lead amongst more of the city's sewage lines, basically. So you're all standing down here. The door has been locked and sealed behind you. You are currently safe from the Flaming Fist interrupting or getting in the way. And while you're not entirely certain where you are, just surmising the basis of where the Elf Song Tavern is, you could determine roughly which direction you need to go to get to any location you're looking for. So, what are you all doing right now?
Where are we going?
Where would be the safest place for all of us to sit, have a conversation, and then potentially rest in some amount of comfort and or safety?
Some amount of comfort and or safety. There's always, Shress's Caress. There is areas of the lower city you could potentially go to. You could head to Nesta's home. Those are the only truly safe places you know of that are not just a guild safe houses.
Okay.
There are
I'm
some of
not bringing
those.
these people to my house.
I
Let's
mean,
go to the Crash.
oh god, that you know what? Let's do it.
If you
I
go
will
to the
take all of
Caress,
them.
there's a chance you will have to go on duty, just so you know.
Oh,
I am certain that
weird.
these people can handle a conversation with Tarina. She doesn't exactly seem like the most how would I describe this? Articulately gifted. She's not really going to spin a tale or a yarn around them. And Ness is here. Ness is many things that Thulmars would consider to not be of adequacy, but she has a good ear.
Two things. Number one, we still think that Ness works there, so that would blow that part of the cover, and Bennings and Wilhelmy might be confused. Number two,
Bennings might be really confused. Yeah.
yeah. Number two, do we know where Whistler's shop is?
You do not. We had established that Thul had Whistler pieces, but had never actually been in the shop.
Right.
So you're not entirely certain. Ness, you might know where Whistler's shop is, but as you have never met Whistler in this group, I would say that it was difficult for you to come up with that idea.
And it would be just hilarious for Brian to come back to the
By the
Caress
way,
as
we're
well.
in your shop.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm fine with going to like Shress's Crest because it's entirely possible too that I wear a costume when I'm in there. I don't know. Maybe there's like a
Or
gift
she might
or
lie her
something.
way
I have
out of
no
it.
idea. Yeah.
I mean, that's true. She's very good at lying to us.
She's tricked us this whole time, Willamie. We're the only two that have no fucking clue what's going on, and it's
Exactly.
Vela doesn't either. If that makes you feel any better.
Yeah, but
Even
Phelan
though I
doesn't
murdered the
care
guy he
about
was
not
holding.
knowing.
Valen is picked up on like two separate things. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Balin is slightly
Yeah.
aware of the animosity.
I am an innocent do-gooder who is only here to help. Let's go to the whorehouse.
To the whorehouse.
To
Yes.
the whorehouse.
That's
Baldur's
all.
Gate has a whorehouse in it. Lord have mercy on our souls.
I wonder if there's a note in the content that they've provided us so lovingly in the Descent to Avernus module. They have an entire section in this book devoted entirely just to Baldur's Gate and the city landmarks, which is funny because most of the game doesn't actually take place there. It seems like it at the moment, but it's really not. There's only a little bit of it that's here.
What are you muttering about? What are you
That
looking for?
flow.
Yeah, so
You're looking for whores.
what I'm saying is that
Your horror, honey.
when you create a game called Baldur's Gate Descent to Avernus, and you intend on having most of the campaign take place in Avernus, why is 45% of your book about
Baldur's Gate?
Yeah.
I mean,
Because
valid
the lore
question.
already exists. That's why. It's
well, it was because of 5e. They're actually like updating Baldur's Gate.
I guess that's true. They
With
needed
this.
to put all this stuff together so that they could make it into the new game, since Baldur's Gate 3 was going to be released not too long after this whole thing
Also-
came out.
You'd think at this point they would know that players always do the thing where they don't go to the places that you want them to go, and they go to the random other places, especially in the city. So they're just,
They're
Are
just
you
there.
referring to something specific?
the whorehouse, I assume.
The
Oh, yeah, maybe
whorehouse.
that. I'm so excited.
I shouldn't say whorehouse. It's a
What's wrong with whorehouse? It's a noble profession.
Yeah.
A whore, yeah, but there's nothing wrong with being a whore, but it's just very singular for what services are offered at the
Oh, at the caress,
That is
yeah.
valid.
We are
That is
not just
valid.
a normal. We don't just offer
Exactly.
that. We offer many things.
many things.
Okay, so you make your way through the Undercity tunnels, the ones.
Also,
that
it's
you know
not
best.
necessarily I might be known there anyway, because that's a really good way to meet people and get into their homes so that you can steal their treasured belongings. What?
Get information, I think is what you were trying to say.
Yeah, that.
Get
Yeah.
information. And you're aware, traveling along these underroads, that it is a very dangerous place in its own right. There's other factions down here, the undesirables of the city, or people that you don't really necessarily want to run into while you're down here, all those kinds of things. So at your first convenience, you take the next ladder back up to the surface. So you only go a few blocks down here, and as you're walking, Bennings, it's nuts that there is something that resembles like a maze, catacombs, like maybe a city even down here. You can see fragments off in the distance of buildings that have been patchworked up that people are kind of living inside of, many of which are covering themselves entirely in like burlap cloth. You can see that there's weird deformations underneath of it that you can witness. They're like immediately outstretched hands long before any of you and your crew get to that point. And Thol and Ness kind of turn immediately and move over to an alcove and wave everybody over, saying, we should go up. Valen, you've heard of the Undercities of Baldur's Gate. A couple of the larger cities out there have had places like this. And you've known soldiers that have ventured into them in an effort to try to cleanse what's down here, because oftentimes there are mad scientists and magicians and sorcerers that shouldn't be there in the under part of society that are constantly, the rats of the sewers are problematic in any given place, but this gives them a place to hide and live. So being here puts you on edge. You've got your shield up, you've got your hand on the hilt of your sword, you're standing just a little bit to the front of Tarina and alongside Briff, just making sure that anybody that sees you is like, okay, they mean business, maybe we should avoid them. So what happens as you all are reaching this ladder before you go back up into the regular city? Anybody.
Oh,
Home
okay.
first. I'm carrying somebody.
You are.
Uh,
Tarina actually forces you to put her down after a point. So when you get to this next
Do
ladder
that.
area, she just looks over at you and goes, "You know, I've been really enjoying you carrying me like this. It's been a long time since anyone was allowed to do anything resembling this whatsoever. But put me the fuck down."
The lady said to put her the fuck down.
Consent is
just
sexy.
Sorta,
Thank you.
Yeah.
And she like dusts
pat
herself
her on the
off.
shoulders, like, yeah, like when you pick up a fallen toddler a bit because she's so small compared to him. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, you're okay. Look at you.
And she like turns back to you. Thank you, and thank all of you for the aid. I assume we have a goal, a destination in mind.
Oh, probably
Yeah,
haven't
all
actually
right,
said the
room.
words out. Yeah, out loud.
Yeah.
I'm taking you all. Looks at Ness. We are taking you all to Shares's caress.
Oh,
We get to see where they
Right.
work, Bennings.
after everything we've been through, I could definitely use a massage. Are you paying or
I
providing?
work there, and I don't give discounts to friends.
Friends, excellent.
Are you, Ness?
I've been on hiatus for a little while, so I don't
But do you
know.
give discounts?
I do tradesies.
That's fair.
Tracy's, you say.
Thulmaris just looks like slightly askew and just kind of aghast.
Excellent. Well, I suppose we shall be on our way then. I would rather not travel by the sewer if we can help it. Part of what I know involves this area, so let's be on our way then. She like ushers everybody forward. You all make your
Onward
way.
and up.
Where should we go? Second.
You make your way up into the city proper again. You're in the lower city once more and head towards the east, so you can go towards where Shares's Crest is, just on the outside of town. And as you are walking through the city streets, do you avoid the fist, or do you not mind if they see you?
Absolutely
Still wearing
avoid.
the badges, people?
You are still
Or
wearing
did we
the
take those
badges.
off?
Yeah.
But how many people would know what was happening? And it would
How many would know what we look like, right? We
Phelan,
just joined.
give me a history roll.
While he's rolling, Willamie has now had 2 very negative interactions with these people.
Mm-hmm.
She has no desire to be near them.
So, from a similar capacity in your past, working as a Hellrider, which means you were the authority there. When individuals were deputized, there's probably a notification that's sent out that tells others that they have been deputized. So you are likely a known group of individuals. How much the soldiers in the street pay attention to that, on the other hand, knowing firsthand the amount of individuals who basically just sit there and it's their job and they just don't care that much and they just keep doing what they're doing. So the chances that one of them are going to know who you are and what you're about, or potentially have you in their sights, is relatively low right now. With the events that happened in the Elf Song, it is likely that Zaj and the Fist are looking for you right now, especially since you have their informant. So it's a matter of time before they come seeking you. So you have time on your side at the moment.
So Shares's Crest. Did I say that wrong?
No, you got it.
Nope, that's perfect.
That's where we're going to talk with
Tarina, yeah.
Marquise, is this place? Do you have enough pull here that you could get us maybe all rooms for the night?
Oh no!
Oh,
You
no.
all have a single room. Again, Thulmara said he doesn't do friends discounts.
So we have to share one? So much.
Yeah,
There's so many of us.
unless you want to buy your own room.
There's 6 of us, man.
I mean,
I thought
you could.
the important.
There's group rooms.
I'm sure you and Tarina could share a room together,
There
Bennings.
absolutely are group rooms.
Well, candlelight, maybe a small dinner.
Oh, that's the kind of boy you are. Oh, well.
So, what do we want to do, guys? Do we want to it seems like we're coming up at an ideal time to rest. We're a little spent, yeah? I mean, isn't Marquise in really bad condition with
Mm-hmm.
Samaris? So, maybe we should rest at the whorehouse.
Well, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's do that.
Before as
Yeah.
we go.
Let's go.
Okay.
Go to the horse to avoid the fist.
I mean, who better to avoid?
Wrong. Not wrong.
Who better to go to avoid the cops?
Hey, you might get a fist or two
Also
there.
that too.
Yeah, you could have. Depends on the
extra.
fist you're talking about. Anyway, you
Somebody else's
Explain, I don't
fist.
understand.
you cross the streets. You avoid the fist as best you can. Please, everyone, give me a stealth roll. This is just a general one. You're not hiding as heavily as you might otherwise be, but you're moving through the streets in a way to try to avoid them. So we're gonna go with a general stealth roll, and then I'll use the combined results to see where we're at. We got ourselves an 18. That's still pretty good for
So
disadvantage. 15, 19, 21, end of 11. So the averages of all of those is actually quite a good roll still. So you make it to the caress with no one harassing you or really noticing you. And as you walk through the front door, are you going through the servants' door? I mean, these individuals, they probably wouldn't look too kindly upon them not going through the front door, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah. We're not trying to blow my cover here, so we're going through the front door, which means I'll get spotted. So I'll accept that my fate.
You step through the front door, and immediately Mamselle Amira is standing there managing the front counter today. She usually does during the afternoons. She, of course, is the proprietor of Sharesa's Caress. And upon seeing all of you walking in, she looks up at Thulmaris. Thul, dearie, sweetie, have you brought us a bunch of new clients? How
I'm
delightful.
gonna interrupt just a little bit. I'm gonna walk over to her and I'm gonna be like, "Madame," and then give her my hand. It's so in my hand. It's gonna be an appropriate amount of gold pieces.
2 gold would probably be fine.
It's so good to be back after my hiatus. I've missed working here with you so much.
Oh, delightful, dear. It has been a moment, I have to say. Are you here to visit, or did you intend on being a special tonight?
The Thamaris?
Will turn. Was truly enjoying just reveling watching Ness just dig this hole deeper. We'll just turn to Mamselle and just says, "My compatriots have need of a room to stay in for the night. Just a bit of hard work was just had, and a bit of rest would be nice."
And how will they be paying? Are they going to be on offer this evening or with gold?
It turns to look at all of you, eyebrow cocked.
Who here would like to work at Teresa's Caress tonight to pay for your room?
Or do you want to
Melanie
pay?
would be happy to sing.
Oh,
all
we
right, yeah.
always
So
do
tempted to
enjoy
rest
the...
tonight.
Hmm?
Is this an environment Bennings would do well in, Marquise? Is he
No.
Oh, come
Terribly.
on, you're so good with your hammer, though.
Terribly. He hasn't developed the
I seriously want to try.
the flirting to have. Oh dear, jeez, this is going to be very funny.
I'm in. I'll work tonight. It's fine.
Excellent. A big boy like you, I'm sure plenty of clients will be interested. If you would, just follow Mara over here. She'll get you set up in a costume, and then into the main rooms. Thulmaris, give him the ropes, and then we'll see how it goes. Any earnings that you
Ropes
have?
might be a little advanced for him for his first time. I'm just saying.
Tyson, can I request a drawing be commissioned of Bennings in his costume? That's correct.
Oh, God.
Ty does not do that kind of fan art.
Not typically, no.
Come on.
We'll talk. We'll figure that one out.
So, Bennings and Thul,
Oh,
Mamselle.
Chris Shipper comes in right now.
And I'm
Of
assuming
course.
Valen says no. Yes.
Yeah, Valen
You're cutting out.
will just turn his head and be like, "I'm not for sale."
And you see like a slight blush appear on Valen's cheeks for a second at the thought of what's going on.
Oh, well, I mean,
So-
technically everyone is for sale.
You are to take 40%
You're a paladin.
of
You kind of. Never mind.
40% of all earnings are yours for the evening, young man. What is your name?
This is Brick.
Brick. Excellent choice of name.
Also,
It's Griff. It's
Mick-
Griff.
Brick,
Man, my name is Griff.
I was asking for your stage name,
Oh,
sweetheart.
Oh, shit. Oh,
60-40 is that you should be 50-50 or 60-40 the other way.
She's not thinking clearly. I am also paying for your room with this tonight.
Oh.
For the rest of you, it is 100 gold per suite.
Oh. Y'all should have been whores.
Willemy offered to sing.
I can play. I think. Isn't that a
You
thing I
wish
could do?
to... That was your previous incarnation.
No, I thought I kept some of that.
Did you?
Well, I guess I'm giving my body because I don't have that gold.
Can have a shared room. I mean, you just got 52 gold, so
gold this whole time.
Yeah, there is 52 gold just waiting to be spent.
that's half of the
sitting
price
there.
of a room.
That's still not half of it. That's nuts.
You can work off this in the kitchen if you prefer. I know that we're currently short-staffed.
I'll work in the
Close your
kitchen.
eyes and
I'll work in the kitchen too.
Okay.
I'm
close
just,
your
you
eyes
know-
and think of Darian.
A little not so fresh right now, so I just, I'll work in the kitchen.
Oh, that happens. The unfortunate aspects of being female.
That's a lot of presumption about what I was talking about, but yeah, that's
Gross.
So, Mamzelle Amira provides you all keys so that you can have a room to stay in for the evening, as long as you perform as you are supposed to. Valen and Ness.
I haven't been given instructions, so.
Well, you were given instructions to head with Thol to the common room after getting changed,
Oh.
and he would show
And just
you
put a
the
costume
ropes.
on it.
Yes, Willamy. Common room as well is where you're told to go to. There's a stage set up inside of there. I anticipate you playing for about 6 hours this evening. And Ness and Valen, when the major portion of catering needs to occur, you'll be called into the kitchen from your rooms to work. So you all do have a little bit of time before events will start for the night. So at this point, you all head upstairs with your keys, and you all meet in Whom's room to speak with Tarina.
Tarina would be hanging with Bennings. So
I think that.
Oh, yeah, okay, sure, my room. I get my own room now, right? 'Cause
She
I'm
probably
there.
isn't in your room. She's probably in either Ness, Willemy, or Valen's room.
See, like, you want to roll for it, or.
No.
think it's just
Your
like
room's going to be very
working
busy
occupied.
tonight.
Your
That's
room is
true.
going to be
That's
busy.
true.
Yes.
So she's
You can hang in my room.
Tarina's going to bunk up
Damn.
with Ness. So you all are currently in Ness's room. The rooms themselves are a little more elaborate than you're used to getting, which kind of says why they are the price that they are. As you step inside, there's a massive, like, California king-style bed with a divan over the top, and then there's a, what is that thing called? The very
Canopy?
the canopy. Yes, it's got a canopy that's got a bunch of little gold thread kind of dangling in the wind. There's a cross breeze from the city street outside. There is a wash basin that's large enough for 3 people, and
Ooh.
there are tables. That
So
are
you're saying my
already-
knees, my butt, and my boobies could be underwater at the same time
At
in
the
this
same
bathtub?
time. The same time.
Fan fucking tastic.
yes.
And then, of course, there is fruit, honey, and cheeses upon the table, just right there in the midst of the room that had been changed not too long ago. So you're all now inside of this room with Tarina. She looks over and she grabs a hold of a grape and just pops it into her mouth. You know, I've never been in here. So
Surprising.
I guess I have to say thank you again for keeping me above ground. I guess I thought you weren't going to be good enough, and you turned out to be. That's on me.
I had similar thoughts when I met them too.
So the
We
information.
accept your apologies.
The information
Question.
I have was supposed to be for the fist, but I suppose I could share it with you as well. What question?
Well, that was
Did-
part of the deal.
Yes, but also, did you know that that was supposed to be a sting?
Oh, fuck no. No, that asshole Zaj. He set us up. I knew that my companions weren't going to be very happy with me. You see, I ran off with
Honey,
the captain's
Tyson?
chest.
I just want to, for the record, I am checking for truth and lies and things.
All right, give me what is that called?
Insight.
Insight. Give me an insight roll. My brain has decided to shut off at this point, apparently. Insight roll, please. 22. Excellent. So she seems to be being very, very open with you at the moment. You're not sure if that'll continue, but I'll let you know if something comes off as potentially a lie. She goes, I may have stolen the captain's chest. You see, Cadaverous didn't deserve it. He was first mate. He was not captain. And then he was. I didn't really appreciate that. You feel like she had deeper feelings, Ness, with the previous captain. And you're getting the idea there was a mutiny that happened, and then the love of her life was killed. So I left with this. I entered into the Undercity. I had to go on the lam and hide this. Now, the crew, I mean, they weren't happy with me running off with such a great deal of wealth. And I sold some of it. In particular, there was a series of rubies involved. Strangest thing, they always smelled like sulfur. Phil Morris, give me a history check.
Mm-hmm.
Or a will saving throw, whichever you prefer.
Oh. I like the will saving throw, because that potentially could be juicier.
Okay.
Oh, just a 6.
Nice.
There's
You
our
failed
juice.
that will saving throw, which means you will take 1 point of psychic damage. As
Love that.
a portion of your history floods back into your mind, someone you cared about
Oh,
laying on the
wait.
ground.
There's an ace inspiration from Two Birdie from Sanctum.
I'm going to bank it.
All right,
I'm gonna bank the inspiration.
because this is
Or the-
still
I'll take
giving
the-
you some information anyway. Okay, so you like hold your head as pain kind of radiates through it. Part of your fragmented mind, some part of your history seems to be trying to resurface on its own. You see someone, you know that they're important to you. You can see a series of bloody marks in a strange pattern underneath them as they lay there bare-chested on the ground. A ruby embedded in their chest, and then you come back to yourself. I had to sell a lot of what was in that to make ends meet, and they didn't like this, and they've been tracking me down for a while. Unfortunately for me, it seems like the Flaming Fist were also interested in my crew, or ex-crew, because we have been rather prolific up and down the Sword Coast. So, I imagine that when he sent you in, he figured none of you were necessarily going to get out of there alive, and a siege is much easier to deal with individuals within a contained space. Seems like we got away pretty well, so maybe they would have as well, but it makes me mad. So while I was down there, I ran into individuals who had marked themselves, old gods lettering upon them. I believe I saw a worshiper of Baal, god of murder, and one that carried around a great deal of necromantic memorabilia, so maybe Merkel. Cult members. Eventually, the Flaming Fist found out that I knew about these sorts of things because they ran into me in an alley while I was being accosted by some of them and thought I knew more, but I had to escape in that moment, so
Does she know more?
she does.
Be related
do
to the
you
door we
know-
found, Thal?
What did you say? I didn't quite hear you.
I asked Thal if that could be related to the door we found.
Probably. But you probably see like a far off look on his face before he snaps back. Yes, and we'll tell her the location of kind of generally where we met, where we found a door with like the kind of same murder memorabilia she might have seen with the ball person.
That sounds familiar. These individuals that I had seen, you said it took a ring to open?
Yep.
It was they were wearing, well, their leader was wearing a small gold ring with a silver inlay of a skull that had 3 rubies, 2 in the eye sockets and 1 in the middle of the forehead.
That sounds like the lock. We need to find that ring.
Well, there are members of this cult that I was looking to sell a few more rubies for, but I've lost the last one. The last thing that I had tried to do was send off one of my other crewmates to a merchant in Gemcraft. I needed it cut for them. It was important for some reason. They were going to give me a grand reward for it. By the name of Wistelar.
Oh,
Do you know where his shop is?
I do, yes.
We should go there tomorrow.
There is more.
Please,
I might as
continue.
well share that with you as well. There's a bathhouse on the eastern side of town. When we've had meetings, some of them left and headed towards that location. I followed them for a while because knowledge is money. And I saw them enter it in the midst of the night. Now, I don't know if and more goes on there, but there were a pretty decent amount of them. It's a bathhouse. It's owned by the Van Thampoor family, I believe.
Do I know them?
Yes. You don't even need to make that much of a roll. Give me a history roll, though. We'll see how deep your knowledge goes.
History. Okay.
Or an investigation, whichever one of those is higher for you.
Oh, so much more investigation. 13. That was one of the families I, interacted with previously.
So it's actually not that far from Stress's Caress. It's only about 8 blocks away. It's a public bathhouse with a walled garden. Nymphs emblazoned into the front gate. The bathhouse itself is owned by the Van Thampoor family. Thalamra Van Thampoor is the 3rd Duke of the city. Her family is rather wealthy at the moment, and she has multiple sons that run multiple businesses. One of them was in charge of this bathhouse. That's how much you know.
I'll relay some of that with the just offhanded. Like, that's the 3rd Duke's son's bathhouse, yeah?
Yes, it is. I believe that's whom runs that.
Does she know more than that? Is she telling us all of her stuff?
That's about all that she knows. You know that she's holding on to little details about the events that occurred. There's obviously a flicker of fear in her eyes. These individuals have spooked her, and she doesn't really enjoy talking about what she knows about them because she's worried that might come back to bite her later.
So our investigation should be to the bathhouse tomorrow, then, is what you're implying.
I mean, that is what I would imagine a good idea. I did see that they had guards posted in the evening, but during the day, it's just a place of business. That might be the best time for you to enter. You hear a knock on the door.
We'll go open it.
Yes.
Sorn, one of the Drow twins, is standing outside the door. She
I remember that guy. I made him pretend he was Drizzt, right?
Yes, you did.
Not again.
So he's standing there and he looks over. Thul and
Mhm.
friends, I just wanted to inform you we received a missive from the Flaming Fist. There is to be an announcement via the spectacle tomorrow afternoon. Thalamra Van Thampoor wishes to address the city.
Interesting.
I suppose that'll be a spectacle. Mamselle has offered to give you the time off as necessary to go and witness it. It is our duty as citizens here to take part in politics, as is.
Are you saying there's an employer that's just giving us a holiday for no particular reason other than that it's a good holiday to give it to? That's weird. Sorry.
People are a little bit more patriotic in Baldur's
Civic-minded?
Gate. Civic-minded, yes.
Sorry to
Civic-minded.
interrupt you and your potential orgy. He just like closes the door.
I love that map.
Oh, polite.
So-
I mean, you know what? This whole room just saying, not offering, but I would, y'all definitely orgy material. You're all fabulous.
And then just like turns his head down, shakes his head, and looks at Tarina and says, Tarina, have you heard of what happened to... I can't remember the city that way. Was it El Terrell?
Yeah.
Yes, I got it.
Man.
You got it.
Ooh, I got it. I wasn't sure if we were in... No, we're in Baldur's Gate. Never mind. Anyway, have you heard of what happened to El Terrell?
The city? Well, I mean, obviously rumors around them to have been all over the place with what has occurred there. I
Do you have any idea?
hear when I was trading, the word may have been used once or twice.
Do you have any idea what could have happened and who did it?
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Does she?
She seems to be telling the truth.
She's telling the truth.
Thank you.
Is that a loud stage whisper?
Oh,
Okay. So, at that point, Tarina thanks you all. I really must rest, and then I must be on my way and intend on getting out of this God's forsaken city and making my way further east from here. I will avoid Eltrell. It was a thought.
If you
But I hear
need help,
Hillsbrad is
ask the
nice.
squirrels.
Oh, I will do so.
Can I-
Neverwinter.
That's
Ooh,
significantly
Neverwinter's
farther
nice.
north and significantly farther colder than I am interested in.
Can I give her like a heads up on a path that'll lead her, like an unused, not super secret thieves path that she can use to get out of the city safely?
Yeah, so you could give her some ideas there. She thanks you for it before leaving the room with her
Wait.
things. Yes.
Hold on.
I want to nudge Bennings and like whisper to him and say, "Don't miss your chance."
He's going to be
He's just
spent
kinda-
tonight.
I think he just like flashes his eyes like, I miss you.
She looks over at you with that weird, awkward outburst and goes, "I remember what it was to be young and stupid. Have a great day."
That wasn't it.
That wasn't it.
There's
Like-
a few people you could probably talk to here, Benning.
Thor-
If you want to get better
Thormaris-
at your game.
Will like take your hand and start pulling you to the other room to start changing. It's like the first thing that we're going to work on is how to inform someone that you're interested. That's not it.
I do have like a 0 in charisma, so this is gonna go great.
Yeah, I know it's going to be great for us.
My suggestion might be that you pretend to be a mute.
So
Hmm.
we see the
My
evening's
performance
events.
is also has like a -1 though, so
We see the evening's events begin to take place. Lamaris brought Bennings back to get a costume. Are we thinking leather boy? Are we thinking like? Are you
Here's
trying to go
what I was
Dami?
thinking.
Are you?
I was thinking that it would be like they were expecting they ran out all the dude stuff, so all they have like left is like a women's big nightie that's like really tight across his chest with like three straps. And his hairy legs are just poking out the bottom, and it's there. It ends above his knees, and he's just like meekishly like kind of coming out like, "Do I look
What is
cool?"
happening?
It's gonna get a different
Figured
crowd,
that-
that's for sure.
When
I think what Thulmaris would do-
on the ropes, he tied up.
Boris will like pull a really lavish looking outfit and will like pass it to you and just say, "I know you've probably never in your life dressed like a king, but for one night, you get to be a prince from a far off place.
Should I bathe first? I'm
You
covered in blood.
definitely should. And Thomars will like start like just naturally taking off their clothing, and you can see they have sustained injuries.
Yes, there are
Oh, yeah,
injuries
they're
that
all
are
bloody.
open sitting there on his side from crossbow bolts, stabs, and stuff.
Do I need to lay hands?
I mean, I will always appreciate it.
Go lay hands on the naked Thulmars. Go for it.
Oh yeah, probably will just like call you in. Hey Valen.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm gonna say that you do get enough rest to heal, but the other events of the night may have to wait. However, we do see one. So later in the evening, Thul, you have gone about doing your regular business. You've already made 20 golden tips and in payments.
I hope I make more than him.
We'll
Can I
find
roll
out.
to see if I
We will
make more
find
than
out
I
what
can't wait for
everybody else
this.
makes, but we're gonna have to wait till next session for that.
Fuck!
But the evening has passed. Valen and Ness have worked in the kitchen for a while. Willami's been barding it up for quite a bit of time, and we'll see how all of that goes next time. But as the evening starts to wind down, you're getting ready to just turn in for the night. A patron walks in, super late. Obviously, things are kind of cleaning up. Everything's kind of quieting down. And it's a ravagingly attractive man with a small goatee, very well taken care of eye makeup and eyebrows, and with very short coiffed hair. And as he approaches, he just looks around. A beautiful place, this. Excuse me, mademoiselle. Do you have any individuals by the name of Thulmaris? I think that's how it goes. And she goes, "Why, yes. Are you interested in an evening with Thulmaris?"
I think she could have played that a little bit better, but that's fine.
And the client says, "Why, of course I am. I would love to have an evening with Thulmaris. I hear that Thulmaris' skills and capabilities are astounding. They can be transcendental at times, and I came a very long way to see them." And with that, the episode fades to black. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed our game tonight. And, yeah, we'll see you all next time. 2 weeks from now, which will be the 25th. As we go, as normal, we're going to go around the table. We're going to have everybody give their final thoughts on tonight's episode. And then we'll be saying our fare thee wells. First one to go tonight is going to be Willamy. Why don't you go, Gwen? Give us your final thoughts here on the episode.
Well, thank you all for watching. I'm Gwen, also known as McSherry. You can also find me over there in chat fairly regularly, but every other Saturday I'm here playing with these spectacular, wonderful, amazing, incredible people. I couldn't be happier. Tonight was fun. We got our first actual fight, and we not only survived, we thrived. And yeah, I just can't wait to see what gets thrown at us next.
Looking forward to seeing the next steps. You haven't got the chance to check in on Catastrophe Jones, have you? I wonder what
Not
prison
yet.
cells are like here in Baldur's Gate. Ness,
No.
your turn. Shannon, if you'll go, please.
Wow. That's cold.
Rude.
Yeah. What was the prompt? I forgot.
Just what are your thoughts about today's episode?
I had a good time. Murdered people. I mean, dispatched bad guys. Yeah. I think it was a good thing. I don't know that's cool about Catastrophe though, and I am interested in who this pretentious hottie is coming in here.
No, you're not.
No.
You are very much not.
Now I'm more curious, Marquise. That doesn't help me any. I also like that voice, Tyson. That was a good one for that.
Let's see if I can remember it next time we play in 2 weeks.
You can practice. You can practice over the next couple weeks.
Cruel nobleman.
Indeed. All right, Clint, your turn.
Yeah, no, tonight was fun to get our first battle in, and I It was really fun not getting hit by anything because everyone just couldn't hit me, which is real fun.
You know, I wonder what the fuck that's like.
You'll never know.
You did
To be
get
honest, there were so many
smeared a
times
bit.
I wanted to heal you, but I was never close enough to heal you. But yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. I was gonna say, Tyson,
Mhm.
I'm having a blank here. The voice of the guy that you were just using was giving off vibes of the guy that's not here. Brian.
I
Oh,
sounded like
Atomic?
Atomic?
It was.
Oh, geez.
I could see that.
It had notes
I
of
could see
Atomic.
that.
I feel a little awkward now that I said what I
Like
said.
foppish,
Sorry, Brian.
but it was cruel fop, evil fop, whereas Brian is very much harmless fop,
I mean,
silly
it's
fop.
great.
Sweet
It's
cop.
great. Yes.
All
Anyway,
right.
a lot of fun. Thank you.
Marquise, your turn.
Hi everyone, I'm Marquise, sometimes known as Barty Time Online, your internet ex-boyfriend, and I enjoyed not dying. No one went down to 0 except for Tarina, but she's not dead, so hey, we win. And yeah, that part at the very end, I was genuinely scared when you said, very handsome man with that particular voice, because like, oh, people are going to find out very quickly who this character is. Great. Love that for me.
It might be
But
a good
also
time to
excited
run
to
away from your past. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it might be a very good time to run away. But I am interested to see who made the most money on next episode.
That will be interesting to see.
It's
If
like the
there
first
is,
15 minutes, who what we all did.
if there's any justice in the world, it would be Valen and myself because we actually had to get our hands dirty.
Yeah, it was.
Well, depending what you're
Oh,
doing.
how dare you!
Yeah.
You did not get the rest of you dirty.
Oh, God.
Maybe Fulmaris was with the flaming fist that was into fisting.
The flaming fisting? Is that
Exactly.
There's
Get a
drinks
little
for that.
dirty.
Speaking of flaming fisting, lol. Your turn.
That's
Valen?
still not as that's not as great as speaking of tacos. Here's
That's-
Anna.
Speaking of tacos, was a little.
That will
That was
never
the best.
Wow, okay. Fun session. It was cool hitting people. Yeah, likes that. I'm excited for the next one. Can't wait to see what happens. Oh, my name's Lowell. I don't do anything. I only do this. So yeah, looking forward to making more money than Marquise because, Bennings, he's a commodity. All right.
You're also fresh.
Experience
yeah.
best enthusiasm.
You're not experienced, so
It's okay.
Hi.
Some
Big
people
old
maybe
giant-
someone think. You don't know.
We all find out in this moment that Bennings
Okay,
was a big
folklore
man
hero.
whore back in his original village. All the
Right.
That's
all
why
of the
he had to
lays he
go on
could
this
have had.
trip, okay? He had to leave. He burned through the town.
He laid more pipes than a
Yes.
plumber there.
Also, it depends on whether or not the client, wants to take control of the situation.
Valid.
I'm saying.
Bennings is tough. He'll grit his teeth.
Not a
Anywho,
good look when you're doing that particular thing.
thank you very much for watching, everybody. I'm really excited to see what happens when Atomic does come back, and the entire first part of the episode is all about brothel work. So we will
We're
see you
just
all
doing dishes,
next
okay?
time here on Roll for Chaos for Hellriders Descend into Avernus Session 4, 25th of May. 25th of May, not June.
Really, my birthday.
Whatever month this is.
Yes. Good night and fare thee well, everyone. And you're all lovely and wonderful, and we appreciate you.